going to be doing. I just need a little bit more time, because again, I'm still getting used to things. That's kind of the most important thing. So we'll do that, and I do want to do some karaoke. I was actually singing today in the car. That's right, because the broomstick is actually in a bit of maintenance. So I had to use a car today, which is weird. Yeah, real life experiments, hand cam experiments. Once I get the lab coat set and get some better gloves and stuff like that. Zet, I will immediately say it's not about confidence. Just do it. You can have the most monotone blank voice ever and still sing and you'll still get support. That's something to talk about for another day. But I was singing music from the lovely sing-along slash musical Dr. Horrible, which is one of my favorites of all time. If anyone knows Dr. Horrible, I will give you 5 hugs. Yeah, and that's fine if you do. Well, you know, it's not about the voice you have for that sort of stuff. It's just about people celebrating all together. Great example, great example. I am not insulting this person one bit. Because they actually know, it's like, oh, I'm not the best singer. My beloved friend Manny, or I see. Okay, so I don't know if things are working for this. No! Okay, that's something you could do. Didn't want that either.
Okay. Yeah, it's acting all weird. Everything's acting weird. It's all in my voice program thing that I'm using, but yeah, it's kind of off right now. Oh.
There we go. I have to manually press things now. Oh, this is going to be a very difficult stream. Oh boy. Yeah, it's okay. It's literally just one program. I mentioned it before. I don't like people bringing it up because it makes me uncomfortable. Ow. But I do use voice mod, like I said, to clear certain things up. Whether it be used for like very, very low ones or for the high, things like that. Or right now, this is the filters that are... she's fine. Yeah, to clear things up. So I will ask you guys can still use the shrinking potion redeem. Just know that it's going to be borky. So they're fine. All right. So, but yeah, I want to say I appreciate it. Fine. All right, no, that's fine. No stream today. You guys did this to me. No stream. Okay, maybe there is. Maybe there still is. Anyway, any road. Alright, guys, no work. Wait, no work? You mean like something just broke again? Seriously? Oh. Right. Oh, thank you. Anyway, I'm not even using to change my voice. I'm using it as a filter right now. We guys heard before was one of the other ones acting up. And I have like 9 different profiles that I use for things like when you guys explode me or send me off the distance, so it's got an echo effect, or there's gonna be a reverb one that I'll use when I try some of the singing stuff and all these sort of things. Anyway, are you guys ready to go over the Q&A questions? Because I've accrued a lot of them, that's for sure. And I've been itching to go over that all with you guys. And, well, there's... Okay, now this is acting all funny. Why is everything acting up today? Oh my gosh, it's getting blinky. I mean, I did have a blink potion earlier today to help me go invisible briefly, but that's beside the point. Yeah, let me take a sip of water. I will admit that gave me a little anxiety because I'm very hard on myself. I'm very much about making sure everything is perfect. Perfectionist to the max. So the maxitude and the satisfactitude, but certainly hurts my backitude, I'll tell you that. So we're gonna stay here, and... Oh, yeah, of course. I've had 2 problems so far. I had, well, actually, both problems being exactly what you guys are witnessing now, where the program acted up. Oh, this song still... And, again, let me know under any other circumstances if you guys notice or hear anything that is well, messed up. Ow! Because that really helps me. It really does. Even if you guys are being jerks sometimes throwing stuff at me. Hey! Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's perfectly fine. I understand. Message received. A bunch of jerks in the field. I understand. Popcorn check. Drinks per. Yeah. Spanish. Ow. He's fine. Ah! I deserve that. Okay. Well, you're all jerks. Ah.
Crabs.
Wait, no, crabs in the lab? No, not now, not now, not now, not crabs in the lab, please. Okay. Hi, Cereal. Glad you arrived during the abuse. Wait, that came out weird. That came out sussy. I'm not sussy, you're sussy. Anyway. So we have a lot of questions to be going over. And I want to thank you all for responding to them in the Twitter and the Discord. Which, by the way, if you are not there, exclamation socials or exclamation Discord or exclamation Twitter, actually fixed exclamation command or commands, either would work. I got all that set. So if you guys are ever missing out, just put that in little doobly-doo, little exclamation, you think of it. You think of it, it might be a thing. You can even spell it wrong and it work. Yeah. I got used to working with other people's mistakes after all, so. Right. So, question number 1. This was one that I had come across very early on. Asked here by our beloved Zed. Well, I call her Mrs. Salt. But by Zet here, or I've always asked, would you prefer Zetaru or Zet? Or my favorite, Mrs. Salt? Yeah, I'm moving over here. What do you think? Yeah, well, Mrs. Salt it is. So what countries would I like to visit? Which I'm also very curious what all of you would like to visit. But to very easily answer this one, I've got a few. So, well, to put it simply, Italy for the food for the most part. I am a sucker for Italian foods, and I know that every country has its glorified sites to them and all that, but I know there's some lovely spots in Italy I'd love to check out. The next, of course, would be England, because I have a lot of friends in England. A lot of friends in England, and even some of our viewers are actually 5 hours ahead like that, and I'd love to get a chance to see them in person and hug them. Then there's Indonesia. I'm very curious about Indonesia, and a lot of artists that I've worked with. Yes, a lot of artists who I've worked with are from Indonesia. So that's more to meet new people, and because I want to learn the language too. That's right, we're going to be doing language learning streams down the line. And finally, Japan, mostly because of the hobbies. I'm very well aware, of course, that it's not just suddenly, oh, weeb country. No. It's a very, oh, Blaster! Thank you, honey. Shucks. Oh, you don't have to do that, but thank you. I really appreciate that. But I would very much like to get a chance to go there. And if I could, well, yeah, I'd probably spend a lot of money. But I'm also really fond of the culture and history. The Meiji era and the Son Goku period are like some of my favorites. I'd love to go to and see a lot of it. Like, heck, I want to see the remnants and museum that's based off Nobunaga Oda. So there's a lot there I want to see. Blaster, though, thank you. You are here. The moon is orange right now. Well, you know what they say. Red sky at morning, sailors warning. Red sky at night, sailors delight. And a red sky at night usually makes the moon orange. So, a bit British. So that's the best way I can say what countries I would like to visit. Oh, and by the way, a little call to you all as well. While I do have about 24 questions that we're going to go over, if there's a sudden one you want to answer, have me answer, it is a redeem. it's a little over 300. And that's because if new people come in and you get that 300 points for your first initial time here, they can't just join and suddenly ask. It's like 325, so that way they have to be here for at least like 15 or so minutes, which feels very wise, very comfy. I felt smart there. Big thonks. The next question. Well, assuming it would be done well, what game, anime, manga, or anything really, would you love to see get a new entry or reboot? Ooh. Ooh. That's fine. That's fine. No, I understand. That's fine. Actually, I have a quick idea. In fact, we're gonna put this. I'm gonna put this right there. That way, it won't get in the way when you guys throw stuff at me. Please don't. Like so. I just put it behind you. Sure. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. You yeah. You don't have to call me boss. We're all equal here. Ah! Coming in from below, you sneaky little. I mean, friend. Yeah, that's what I meant. So, to answer the first part. Okay, fine. Portal gun engage by. Kidding. Kind of. So, the remake question. I'm gonna tackle that one first, because I have 3 things in mind here, and I'm gonna tackle each one. A remake or a reboot? Well, for a manga, I don't know if anybody's heard of this one. Wait, no! Hey, fine. I see. Right. Okay, well, that being said, we're just gonna end the stream then. Fine. Okay. All right, that's fine. No, see. Anyway, for a manga, it's called Dorothy of Oz. Dorothy of Oz only got 4 books in America and a 5th in Japan. Before the artist, I don't actually know what happened with the artist. I think they just stopped. I think they lost a passion for it. I don't know. But it was amazing. It was a manga anime style representation to The Wizard of Oz. And had a wonderful story, great characters. I really enjoyed the art style, holds up super well to this date. You can still order it. You can still get the first 4 books. I would suggest it. It's quite good. I wish that this continued. Now, anime, I would say Chrono Crusade, because it's one of my dearest all-time favorite series. The manga was fan-flippin-tastic. But the anime, about halfway through, it made very bad choices. It deviated in a way I wasn't very fond of. Static music, you say? Okay, glad you mentioned that. Let me do a thing. Blip. I'm gonna retry. I'm gonna put the music back up. Let me know if it's still staticky when I play it. I just rebooted, so you tell me if it's still no good, no bueno or not. And if it's not, well then my Spotify subscription, I'm just gonna say 2. Sounds good now. Okay, I just had to reboot the my system now. Okay, that's fine. Dead Man Wonderland, I couldn't get into it. I tried, I couldn't get into it, but anyone who enjoyed it, I'm glad. So Chrono Crusade, though, I love the manga, but the book deviated in a way that I wasn't happy with. The anime deviated in a way I wasn't happy with. It killed off characters that, like, just, oh yeah, you, who's, like, super important in the final chapter, like, the final chapters? Nah, you could just die halfway through, nobody cares, like, oh, what? Oh, and the really cool showdown. Ow! Okay. I think the sound effects for that worked at least. My everything hurts. Well, fine now at least.
Yes, science!
Oh, another question. Before I'll finish this one in a moment, but, what planet can any of the universe would you like to travel to? If I could actually go to a planet, like, in our solar system? Or, like all over the, like, galaxy-wide? Universe-wide? What are we talking? Oh, ooh. I would have to say, so there's the Goldilocks zone, which are planets that actually are still, like, could be habitable if we were to ever go there. I'd say T700. I think it's like TOI 700 or something like that. It's kind of like this dwarf star. It's like, I don't know, 50 or 100 light years away or something like that. It only got discovered a couple years ago. But apparently, it is possibly to be habitable, and it's one that has, well, despite it being habitable like Earth, it's going to have a wildly different dichotomy there. In fact, there's a lot of, the gravity field there is low enough where there's a lot of floating atmospheres, floating landscapes. At least that's how they say it would look. And the idea of seeing, like, floating rocks I could just stand on, that's like a science fiction or fantasy game. I love it. But yeah, T700 or like T0 or TOI. I think it's Toy 700. I don't know off the top of my head, or it might just be T700 or the T1000 who's here to kill us. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's my thought on Chrono Crusade. And my favorite game that I'd like to have a reboot or remake is Mirror's Edge, because we got Mirror's Edge whatever sequel / reboot, and it was awful. But I'll still replay the original Mirror's Edge a million times over, and I'll probably do a speedrun with this at some point. I've never done a speedrun before, so there's that. Catalyst, that's it. Yeah, Catalyst or Catapoop, in my opinion. It was not my jam. Not my jam at all. Making it open world was the worst idea. Give us a set tracks. Let us do it, not just. Nah, that wasn't good. Oh, that's me anyway. There's a second part of this question, assuming that money, skill, and time is not a ooh. Dream cosplay. That's fine if you do. It's fine if you do. I will never dump on somebody for their tastes. I simply will be saying, like, hey, it's not for me. I didn't like it. I disagree with this. But if you like it, then I'm very happy for you. Because that's the most important thing. People should be allowed to disagree. The world is so much in this state of, like, you have to agree with every single thing I say. It's like, well, no, because then you just have a circle bubble of people talking the same things. You just have clones yourself. So people need, exactly, respect that we have different opinions. I'm glad to see other people enjoying that one. But I won't go into it too much more. The idea of a cosplay. I have one. I do have one for that. That's very easy. The Assistant Mages of Genshin. I'd probably fit the blue one more, wouldn't I? I honestly like the purple one just a little bit more. But I love the outfit. Whether it be the bunny-like ears, or the lovely hood and the domino-style mask, the awesome lanterns, the coat-like look, but that elegant and beautiful tighter outfit that's around them. All of this is fantastic, and I'd love to get a chance to cosplay this at some point. I hope to be a playable one at some point. Cameron! Hey! Thanks for coming. Ooh, Lord Snick, hello. Thank you for joining the lab. We're doing a bit of Q&A right now. And a lovely time that it is. An FLCL fan, yes. We did get an FLCL attempt down the line. Or like a sequel, like 2 or 3. That was actually like 5 or 6 years ago, but I know it wasn't that great. No, you haven't. We're only in the second question. But thank you for joining the lab, Lord Snake. We are having our Q&A, like I said. So we had a wonderful celebratory time. I am having mic issues right now. The voice changes aren't working. So if you guys make me small or throw me off the screen, we're not going to have the funny things for it. But yeah, that's all. But this would be the cosplay that I would love to do. So yeah, actually, ID. Funny enough, it was the same thing where it was only it wasn't muted, and then when I restarted the voice program, it was only playing out of the right ear, so I had to like stop stream completely. It did that. Fine. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. That's all right. Shucks. How can he be mad when I hear flowers blooming in the church? And the last place, my dream vacation. Wow. Well, we did say earlier the countries that I wanted to go to, and I think as a dream vacation would be, of course, going to one of these. Particularly, I would love to finally get a chance to see Japan. Not just for I want to go to the Octopus Strip and all that. It's like no, I want to go see the historical sites. Followed by going to England and seeing my best friends and giving them hugs. And no, not that kind of hug. All right. Well, I'm just gonna clean up. I'm just gonna, yeah. Ah! How? How did you? Ow. Why? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do? What did I do to deserve that? Okay? That's fine. That's fine. No, I get it. Grade A. Yeah, you. Okay. That's the thing, is I'm not in it just for like, I want to go see the anime sort of stuff. No. I genuinely want to see the historical sites. The Sengoku period is... Oh, I guess we have a fan of Nobunaga Oda. The Sengoku period is one of my all-time favorites. And I would love to get a chance to, I want to see the museum dedicated to Takeda cavalry, Like, I want to see the remnants of, and remains of, like, where Nobunaga burned and stuff like that. Like, there's all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm not getting into it, but I love that kind of stuff. It's a Darla hat. It's a Ghosty Boy. Oh, Ghosty Boy's a jerk. I don't know why he's here. He'll steal your, he'll overinflate your taxes and steal your wife, so don't trust Ghosty Boy. Yeah, all over in there. So that would be my dream vacation. Yeah. So, our third question. No, my wife! Our third question is... Oh, that's not a question, but I'll take it anyway because I love you too. Oh, this is adorable. Not quite a question. Not quite a question, but I love you all too. I do. I'm very fortunate to have you all here. Makes me very happy. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I do love you all for being here and for all that you guys have done for me. So, while less of a question, I will of course take a second to say that I appreciate every one of you here. And as we grow, because I do want to grow, I do want to reach out to more people. As we grow, I'm not going to let that stuff get to my head. I want to very firmly say to you all now that I'm not going to grow and then forget what got me here. I know some people have done that. And I do want to grow and be successful, but more importantly, I want to make people happy. I want to educate. I want people who've never felt welcomed before to, well, feel welcome in this community at least, and find hope. So I do love everybody here, and that will never change. So, a little bit lighter one, but we'll move on to our next question. Our next one is... I'll say, I have a randomizer too, where it's just going to bring one up. There's an image tied to each one of these, but it randomly will select the Q&A that I have lined up. So, what superpowers would I not want? I'm actually kind of curious what superpowers... I'd love to hear all of your answers. For me, super smell. Super scent. I don't want super scent. So, a fun little fact. Yomi here has bad hearing. And not the strongest taste buds either. But Yomi's sense of smell is pretty strong, to the point that certain things make me nauseous. So I really would not want that to get amplified another tenfold. Ooh, yeah, super strength. I'm gonna hug you. And I just broke your spine. I'm gonna hold this baby. And now I'm gonna get fined for murder in my own two hands. Whew, yeah. So, I don't blame you. That's definitely... Invisibility. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I see a lot of people wanting that, but I guess it's the point of, can you turn it on or turn it off is another big thing. That's That's a very interesting way to look at it. And yeah, he's superhero. I guess super senses in general are not as good as they're cracked up to be. Because that could really do some weird stuff to you. You'd have to disguise everything in your brain as being something else. Oh, Zet, yeah. Yeah. Or as I like to say, when somebody puts on Axe body spray, I will simply tell them, go take a shower, you smell like a boy's locker room in failure. Yeah, if you wear, okay, I'm being a little silly, but genuinely, like, Axe body spray is the quickest way to say I haven't grown out of my pubescent period. Oh gosh, if you do wear, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making fun of you. But if anything, take this as advice. Take this from other ladies. We're not fond of of that. It's very much of it is the anti-hug spray. It'll help put out very strong smells. In fact, Axe body spray could work very well as a Febreze. But genuinely, it's actually quite a turnoff for a lot of women. So, if you wear it, maybe reconsider. Unless, you actually do need it because you're perspirating and sweating a lot and actually, like... Axe is kind of meant more for, like, athletical activity and stuff like that. That's the way I see it. Oh, no! Black Hat! Wow! Explode. Oh, yeah. Oh, Dummy's right. That can be painful. That can be very painful. You right. You right. You very right. So yeah, super smell. Super I smell you, you smelly. Would probably be it. And also, Hezi, I didn't say hello, but thank you for coming on in. I do have your question lined up.
I am the
best character in the show.
I am the best character on the show. I am better than both the salami and the bologna combined.
Damn straight they are. The cheese is the best character in the show. Oh, the cheese has arrived. Let's go. Let's go. One day, it's cheese time. Let's go. One day, someone will know that's from. And if they do, I'll figure something out. Oh, did everything just move? Here we go. There we go. What game ooh. Oh. This is a fantastic question. Black Hat, Wacky Dilly! Rocco's Modern Life. That's it! That's it! Wacky Dilly, Rocco's Modern Life skit. That's I think I forget the name of the turtle, but that's him doing that voice. I was able to relate with him a lot. I thought it was like Filbert. Anyway. What game really inspired me? This is a great question. This is a great question. And never got into that one, but somebody else. Final Fantasy VII, the original. I have no guff with the remake. Oh, my noggin! No! What did I do? Dummy, do you not like FF7? I'm sorry. Oh, what a perfect song to cue into suddenly. Wow. Oh. No! No! This is a very serious answer, I swear! Release the bogus! So, Final Fantasy VII. Oh gosh, that got me. The reason I choose Final Fantasy VII is because, well, I want to say it's not just FF7, Celeste, Tales Symphonia, and Golden Sun are some others, but Final Fantasy VII was one of my first real experiences with a deeper RPG, one that cared about the characters, and one of the first times I played as a character. Most games you didn't care about the story around those days. But this one, I genuinely felt like I was playing as Cloud. I genuinely felt like I was saving the world, and that I, got to date one of the characters, or got to experience a world in the high winds, soaring across the world itself, and facing off against these incredible weapons of ancient technology, and learning about the life stream of this world and how the planet is dying. And it opened me up to something very important, which was acting. Now, let me explain. Because in FF7, you were able to play that character, and you generally at times were meant to feel like you were that character, it was the first time I realized that you could do that. Where I grew up and the people I grew up around, it was, be yourself and just remember, don't act weird, don't act this. This was an escape. This let me feel like I was another character. Oh, Hezzy. Hezzy, I'll get your question in just a second. But, in this game, it opened me up to wanting to do games that let me play like in Dungeons & Dragons and stuff, and do tabletop roleplay, like type keyboardy roleplay, and all those kind of things. So FF7 not only inspired me for its story, but it inspired me to try things. Now, Hezzy, your question. What inspired the character? Tiefling alchemist who rides on a broom with an engine on the back is super cool. That is actually a question that's kind of asked already, but I'll address it now, which is Yomi was designed a little while ago, way before the VTubing thing. And you know what, we'll close question 5 here. But wow, Helm-chan. I want to shout out to them first as I answer this. Helm-chan, because we had these questions, and I'll get to them in a bit, but my friend Helm-chan, they know me very well, and they knew that there were things here that I liked. And notice this is an earlier design. They knew I liked nerdy characters, they knew I liked glasses girls, they knew I liked sharp teeth or braids, and a witch aesthetic. Also, as you can see, a maid aesthetic here as well. And they knew I liked witches, and all these things. So, having made a lot of characters before, Helm said, hey, jokingly, hold my beer. No, hey, Yomi, which, wasn't even called Yomi then, let me just design the ultimate smorgasbord of things you like into a character. And they did. And this came out, and I did the shading. We actually do where they do the flats, and I do the shading, so a lot of our character drawings we do together. And when, oh, no, wrong button, no! It's fine, it's gonna go to the same scene, don't worry. That was silly. I fell in love with this design. Obviously, it was literally tailor-made for me. Because these were just things I liked, and Helm knew me for a long time already. And I pumped into it more. I was like, okay, I'm playing tabletop a lot. This is a tiefling. That's the best race that would work for this. I like my science scheme, and I see, like, ow! I see alchemy out of this. Yeah, because the lab coat, because I like my science. Okay, and it was kind of this, like, here's the art, now build lore around it. And that's actually very important. That's how I build a lot of my stuff. I will see characters in, like, games and animes who tend to be just, like, one-shot characters. Like, just brief characters, and I'll be like, oh, you, that has, like, almost no story to you, but I love your design. I'm stealing you, and I'm gonna make you a full OC, and I'm gonna redesign you eventually. That's usually what happens. So that's kind of where it all came from. The broomstick was completely on Helm's idea, and originally I wasn't the biggest fan. But as the potion crafting turned into potion deliveries, I did need a way to transport it all. So it came back around full circle. And that's generally where it began. And as you can see, we went through a lot of redesigns. Yeah. So, with our next question, I'm glad you feel that way. I was not sure at first, but I'm really glad it worked out. Oh, things are a little goofy right now. Hang on. There we go. Where did the minions come from? Did you create them? Or did they find you? The minions! Hi, Annabelle. Good to have you around with us. I appreciate that. Ooh, ow. Cameron, I love cryptids. I love cryptids. And the Mothman is one of my favorites. I'm not even kidding. Like you just came in first place and snuck that out. I love the Mothman. That's awesome. Oh, that got me all giddy. Look what you did. So, you're loud. I will say that too because I'm very accepting. I have a lot of friends who are, furries or scalies and stuff like that. I'm not, at least I don't think I am. Maybe like a slight bit of a scaly, I don't know. But while I may not be one, I have nothing but respect for it. And I'll be like, ooh, that's cool. That's the thing. It's like, oh, good for you. Like, again, I'll always appreciate what my friends like. It's the minions. These fellas that are real annoying little son of us. They disappeared one day. I have no idea why. I started to open the lab, and I should have expected that. And Lib, this is what I mean. Is like I'm a big part of your community. Well, I don't want to tell like, oh, I'm a big part. No, I love your community. Like, and I love Sonic, for instance. And I'm not a furry where like I'll see a lot and I'll be like, ooh, I want to that one. But I'll be like, ooh, that's a great design. So like, am I furry? I don't know. I just appreciate a lot of things. I genuinely just appreciate a lot of stuff. And I also appreciate the things that my friends like. Because I love my friends. And I always will root for them for what they like. Because I'm happy that they found something they enjoy. So long as they're not doing something to hurt themselves. I don't? The closest? The closest thing I have to like a character who's got like a lot of animal-y kind of stuff would be... I got one for you. So I have two characters. Let me pop these in really quick. The closest I would have are two characters who do have like some traits to them, but they're still very like humanoid looking, if that makes sense. So the first would be oh, that is really big. 1 second, because this is on the fly. This is on the fly. Here, this is an OC of mine, which you can see this is not shaded. So this was drawn by Helm. I still have yet to shade it. But say hello to a Yumi, who is my super hyperactive, also heavily drug addicted dog girl. So between like her, which I did get, I did get a friend of mine to draw her. So there's a Yumi again. She's a good girl. She's a very good girl. Oh no, we're not done with the minion lore. We kind of got sidetracked a little bit because I was asked if I like furry characters. So between the her and oh my gosh, her and one other, which would have to be, and this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be really funny. Maya, who is a toad girl, who is literally. Because I played Tom Kench so much in League of Legends, and I said, I need to make a character that's like a actual, like, female version of this character. So, and it's different enough where unless I told you it was based a bit off Tom Kench, you wouldn't know. So this is Maya. She is Toad Girl, but so it's like not really like furry. No, it's just just kind of based off some of these sort of things. So, that's the closest I could think of. It could be the sharp teeth. But like, yeah, I like to take designs and with those designs, turn them into like my own thing. So I'll just do one more. I'll just do one more, which would be give me a second because I'm going through my folders here. Oh, yeah, if any of these characters you guys see you like, and you want, like, remind me later, send me a DM, and I'll do it. So, real quick, as one more sort of thing, one more character. I mentioned, if I see a design from a game and I like the character, I'm gonna do my own version of them. I'm gonna make them into my own OC. So, this one I'm about to show you is not mine. This character here is Cathilla from Chaos Code. I love her to death, but she's not mine. So of course, I said I need to turn her into something that is mine. I need to make this into one of my own characters. So, now it's all big. So we did. Now, she is, there she is, a little scantily cat, I know, but now this is my own design, this is my own character. But you can still kind of see like, oh, she is inspired by that other character. And because of that, it's allowed me to like see what I mean? I'll take designs I like that are very unappreciated characters and turn them into my own thing. If you guys want, I could always go over like a lot more of these kind of characters. Because I love doing this kind of thing. Oh, one more character. Here's one that I shaded. Here's one that, again, Helm chanted the flats, and I did the shading for. Rosemary. My ant girl. Literally an antline, a worker ant. She is the mechanic around the place. Bug girl. So, she was actually in the RPG, that I was originally making. And she was in the starting town that, you start in. Sade, one more character. I know we're deviating, but this is the fun part. We're on Bug Girls? Fine. Allow me to introduce you to Mrs. Sparks. Where are you, Sparks? Again, you'll see the thing of, they did the flats, I did the shading. There's our lightning bug. Sparks! Which you guys might recognize. Does anybody recognize this character? You might. And the reason being, OC Spiral, yeah, right? I'm gonna stop after this one. The reason some of you might recognize this one is because, I'm going through my folders really quickly. This is the old one, the Yomi backstory, images, and oh, again, very big. Mine. When I did the lore backstory, look who was one of the people who saved me. Yeah, Miss Sparks, as well as Kana. I'll show you guys Kana another day because I don't want to go into an OC spiral. But this is where Sparks had come from. Well, not from. I've had Sparks for a while. Here's another one of her and Kana again. That's kind of the starting village where I was at. But yeah. Fine. Okay, fine. No, we're done. No, fine. We're done. Fine. There's minion lore. You're right. Hurry along now. Back to the minions. You're right. So, first off, they're not minions is the best way to phrase it. Rinla called them minions. That's fine. Because Rinla's a dictator. She sees everyone as minions. No, I'm kidding. Rinla's lovely. The minions just showed up one day. Assistants! You're not minions! I swear to gosh, you're not minions. The assistants just showed up one day. And when they did, it was just like one at first. And I opened up I opened up an ingredient box. And I believe I was looking for mugwort at the time. Yay! And when I was looking for mugwort, it was one of them old cuddly, sleeping in a pile of mugwort. It was really weird. I mean, at least it smelled kind of aromatic. And next thing I know is it took my hat and flew around the lab. And, it understands me. They understand me. I did a little studying of them. Like, yes, I did see one of them run around naked before. There is no weird parts. I don't know how their anatomy works. I'm not going to do anything dissect-wise, because they're living creatures, so I'm not going to do anything like that. They seem fine. They do eat balanced meals. Very small. They're only like 4 pounds. But yeah, they just showed up one day. It started as 1, and then it was like 3, and then it was like 9. And now I kind of lost track of how many of you there are. The lovely thing is they do appear in different colors these days. I've seen a few purple ones. I've seen a few green ones. They generally are in shades of blue. No, you're not dissecting any. No, they're living creatures. They're special. They're special. They're very special. By the way, if the music does get crackly again, let me know. But yeah, they just showed up, and I didn't create them, but they're lovely beans. They're a little weird. They're very weird, actually. Yeah, that's actually the first one. That is a screen grab of literally the first day when I encountered one. Pulled him out of the mugwort jar and took my hat, and we ran around for a while, and I then broke my nose. I fell on my face. Healing potions, though. There are so many of them. No, because every one of them counts. Every one of you matters. I don't want to find one of you missing a liver. Oh gosh, that'd be terrible. Unless you have multiple livers. I don't know how that happened. Anyway. On to our next question. Now! Ooh, what's your favorite game, manga, or anime that everyone else seems to dislike? Ooh. So, this is an interesting one. See, that's interesting. I find more people liking that game these days. It's aged like fine wine. Says the person who doesn't drink, but from what I've seen, it's aged very well. But let me explain before I reveal, because when I say the name, you're just like, wait, Yomi, everybody likes that one. Everyone likes the second one. Everyone likes the second one. The first one is regarded as going too off the rails. And allow me to explain. That would be... Come on. Okay, now everything's acting silly. Let me fix that. The original, and again, the original Full Metal Alchemist. That's why I wanted to say, give me the moment to cook. A lot of people will say, oh, first one's trash, Brotherhood's where it's at. I actually am the opposite. I'm the opposite on that one. I've found that, yeah, because there are 2. It deviated about halfway through. I love how it deviated. Which is funny, because I was mentioning earlier about Chrono Crusade, wasn't I? And I said how Chrono Crusade, the deviation it had was awful, in my opinion. But FMA is a popular series. FMA Brotherhood, that is. Whenever I say I like the first one, it's not more of... I get flack for saying I like the first one more. That's fine. But the homunculi and how they are portrayed, like, Lust turned into a good guy in the end. That was awesome. Instead of just like, oh, Roy just kills her and things go crazy. It's like, okay, whatever. The story after the manga, the movie where they literally like go to. I'm not gonna start speaking about war, but evil mustache man. That's his name starts with an H and ends with an R and 6 letters. Like he was in it, gets himself destroyed. The way the characters were handled. Ow. Also, it made some characters more important that they originally weren't. For instance, Sheska, she was best girl. She was like just in Brotherhood and like the regular manga, she just like was in, out, and like a couple chapters. In the original, she was like super important. She was like Winry's best friend, and they go on adventures together. It was like so cool. But generally, a lot of the characters were handled in ways I really liked. Now, that's not to say I don't like Brotherhood. I actually like them both. In fact, right behind me, I have... sorry, look behind me. I have like all 20 FMA mangas. I don't think I have the last few, but yeah. Yes, I do. Yeah. You know me. Speaking of, I gotta clean mine real quick. Woo. But yeah, generally just the way it turned around, I really liked. And it was a very satisfying ending too. It was a very satisfying ending. So, yeah, the original FMA is my jam. Yeah, pretty simple one, but I'm very confident about that one. I'm glad it's someone else with that. Chef's kiss, you say? You know, I'd be happy with that. It still holds up pretty well. Yeah, I think it could get a retelling as well if it could come back around. I think you're right. They did a live action. I didn't really pay attention. That's a name. Thank you for joining into the lab. I appreciate it. Oh, goodness gracious. But, yeah, that's where I stand with that. Hey, Helm, your timing was great. We're only 7 questions in. We had a small technical difficulty. For those who are arriving, just as a friendly heads up again, 2 redeems right now. One that makes me very small, and the other that throws me off the screen. Yeah! Yeah! But the ones that change my voice are not working because my voice program is being a little wacky right now, so. You know, you're right, Zet. Because the early 14, like the early season is like one of my favorites. The early part of the season. So yeah, again, FMA, the original is my series that, actually, Helm, that was a question that you asked. It was the original FMA, because again, Brotherhood is where all the popularity is at. I like the original more. That's fine, they're both really good. And again, best girl. I mean, she had more. She got so much. Yeah, right? Aw, Izzy, it's lovely. So, our next question for us all. Why blue? Why blue? Why blue? Why blue? Why blue? Why blue? That's a good question. I don't know. Blue. Well, the simplest way is to say it's my favorite color. Why not blue? Blue is my favorite color. I find red, and like what you like, red feels very aggressive for me. In fact, did you know that? In several states, your car insurance will actually go up just because your car is colored red, because they associate it to speed.
Now you know!
I wish I was joking. It's very small, but it's so silly. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. It's so, yeah, the red ones go faster. I find red to be a very aggressive color. Green feels very plain to me. Oh, I'm not dissing these colors, by the way. It's just like, no. I love pink. I love purple. I really love purple, actually. If it wasn't blue, it'd be purple. Yeah, good thing it doesn't set. Which, by the way, feel free to like just call out to your friends if anyone wants to join in and ask any of the questions. There is again a redeem that if you've been here for a little bit, you can have a sudden question anytime. And also, if the music has any issues, let me know. But blue is just my favorite color. I find it very calming. If it's blue flavored, I love it. No, kidding. Ooh, Monochrome, also my favorite song, because Rezo. I wish there was a more complicated answer to that, but it calms me. I generally feel comfort with it. It's just my favorite color. And there's a lot of shades it can do that, yeah, I find it work. And it's also a color I never see much malice behind. Oh, bacon. Is your bacon. Seeing you using an expression, bacon, that's not this? Really? Wow. Wow. But I'll move on with our next question. Do we play games? Aww. Oh. So. So. Oh, yes? It's so funny to me. This is actually important. I actually do want to address this ever so slightly. Your face reveal. Yeah, you're so popular. Twitch has your face on it. I can't believe it. One day I'll get there. One day. I'll have a pog face. Yomi pog? Oh, is that? Oh gosh. Okay. So I will say, I would love to get a chance to be doing. Oh my gosh, dummy, you're right. Dummy, So technically, no, it's not. It's not. It won't work anymore after that because I had to briefly end stream. I had to restart stream. So technically, it's a new stream. It's working perfectly fine, but it's only one redeem. But because I had to briefly restart stream because the voice connection thing was acting all funny. Yeah, no, you know what? For that, you definitely get the point. 'Cause that's very smart. That's very smart. You get it. Which, by the way, there is I actually do have a command. I don't know if this command will show everybody, but I can see it right now. It does show, which is nice. Everyone's only got one right now. But it does show, who's got what. And at the end of the month, I'm gonna give a little, probably just like a, money's tight, but we get like a free sub or something like that to number 1, and then we'll restart. So the person who has the most hugs gets a free subby. He's a chubby wubby for the hug or not. Ooh, Hezzy, that'd be so cool. So, I do want to play games with you all. I do want to do more stuff with you all. I do appreciate the patience people are having right now because, I open and I get like 40 DMs a day now. And I appreciate that people will understand that I can't get to everyone every day. We're just busy, just very, very busy. It's going to take time to get around to everybody. And I barely have enough time for my like closest friends right now. We're working things out. We're going through the kinks. We're fixing things. We're getting there. But, ooh, hiccup. While I am getting there, I do want to do some stuff with you all. We are planning in the Discord, which, by the way, again, if you're not in the Discord, !Discord. As we get to the Discord and stuff like that, we'll be doing special events. So the answer is yes, tentatively in time. Because, again, so much I'm still doing, so much I'm still building. I have a massive collab list. And I'm planning at, like, the tightest schedule. A collab every 2 weeks. That's the tightest. I kind of want to see more like every 3 weeks or so. But I just hope you people will understand that I'm just very busy and I'm doing the best I can. But I consider you all friends already. So to answer that, I love you. I do see you all that way. And I just need some time. But of course, you're all my friends. I love this song. The next question we have from Omega. If you had to pick what mecha would you like to pilot or keep? Any mecha series, of course. Oh, I got an answer for that. I have an answer for that. Huh. Haha. This gets me. But White Glint, baby! Yes! When this song dropped, ow! Well, that minion just dropped too. When this song dropped, I was like, yes! Yeah, ow! The battle, why did I do to deserve this? Stop it, dummy, it hurts. Armored Core is one of my favorite series, period. I couldn't be more excited to see Armored Cores finally getting love again. Oh my gosh. Yes. And yeah, I just love this one. And I will say, there's of course others. But this, White Glint is one of my all-time favorites. And yeah, finally after 10,000 years. But Armored Core, the White Glint would be my favorites. It's going very well, Smiley, yes. If I had to also answer the question with a few more, Banshee from Gundam Unicorn. And Death Scythe from Gundam Wing, who I would also want to marry the pilot, because Duo Maxwell is my hubby-wubby. I mean, what? Hopefully the cockpit in Gundam Death Scythe has enough room for 2. But yeah, White Glint would be the first. And yeah, those are kind of the 3 I could think of. There's some really silly mechas in G Gundam as well. I want to be in Gundam Mac. Endless Waltz. I think Endless Waltz. Unless, no, later part of the TV when it was Hell Custom, where it had the upwards flappy wings that could fold to a shield. That was cool. Yeah. Put the music on the other back on, which should work right in sync, just like that. Hey, Yomi did a lot of things to make this special. Next question. Well, actually, a moment. I have a question. No, actually, I'm gonna step away for about 5 minutes. I would like to use the bathroom, get a quick drinky. So all of you, our usual, step away, take 5 minutes. We're gonna have a 1 minute ad break during the commercials. During the BRB. So I will see you all in about 5 minutes, okay? Yeah! Alright, see y'all in 5 minutes. Nyum. Beep boop, we are back. Just a quick check. I hope everyone can still hear me okay. Oh, calling me boss. Oh my gosh. So silly. You silly bean. Good, good. Yeah, again, apologies, of course, earlier for the technical difficulties on things. I appreciate you all sticking with me on that. Oh. My big concern is when that happened, I might have deterred some people away. Oh well. It's a very special stream, after all. This is our 600, which I said 600. We're at like 630 something. Oh gosh. But it does mean a lot having every single one of you here. Which, again, of reminders, if anyone needs to, we do have quite a lot of commands. And there's the stickers and a few other things if you want to mess with the stream. But most importantly, everyone does have a question that they can ask. It's a little bit of points to kind of interrupt things, if you will. Yes. So, shall we? Shall we move on to the next one? I think so. I think so. What do we have for our next one here? What marketing strategy advice would you give to a spot? Whoa. Hey. Well, you all asked for this one. Are you ready for Yomi to go on quite a long spiel? Yeah. As a reminder to you all, I've only been at this the 26th of April, so, barely over a month. And we debuted on May 15th. So, I've only debuted for 3 weeks, not even. Gosh. Let's sit down. Let's have a moment on this. Good song to play with this too. First off, my biggest thing is to just try things and fail. That's right, failure. Try out things, find what doesn't work. Because the most important thing, thank you, Hezi, the most important thing is you learn from experiences. Search your personality. Search out who you are. Search out what you can do. Take the failures that you find and make them into opportunities. It's not easy, because a lot of times people will see a failure and they'll think, oh, well, I'm never going to try that again, and that was stupid. It's like, no. If you ever mess up, which you should, and you look at it negatively and be hard on yourself, you're going to carry that negative burden with you. And it's going to leave you not wanting to do anything again, never mind trying something new. So it's not easy, but it'll help you grow as a person. That's the first thing I would say, is when you get into streaming, just try things and learn from it. What can you do better? And try it multiple times too. Don't just try it once. If I did a stream, I don't know. Let's use this as an example. Let's say I look at the stream and I'm like, wow, this only did 10 people as compared to my others that did 30. I'm never going to do that again. No, because everything's built on averages. Maybe the day you did a stream that was very special but didn't do very well was on a holiday. Or maybe Iron Mouse was streaming that day. She had some big celebration. Maybe there was something going on at that time, and you just didn't know it. And then you try it again, and it's suddenly doing amazing. It's like, oh, well, that's why. Don't look at it in just like a one-time thing. Because after all, data is built by a large source sample. And the next thing is, don't see it as networking. Use it as interactions. Don't just reach out and be like, oh, hey, you and I, we should do a thing. Or let's go out and, hey, you want to be my friend. That's weird. That's weird. That's creepy. That's not going to work. You want to hang out in communities. You want to make friends. You want to actually associate yourself with people you want to socialize with. So when I started off doing this, come January, when I first started doing things, I didn't have a model yet. I didn't have anything yet. I just knew, hey, I want to try this. Let me learn about the community. Let me learn what it's like. Let me learn what half these memes mean. Let me find other VTubers I like to be around and see what they do that I like. See what others do that I don't like. And of course, don't heckle those that do things you don't like, because that works for them. What works for them won't work for you. We're all weird puzzle pieces like that. But actually genuinely build bonds, socialize. It's hard. It is hard to socialize, but the more you try to socialize and learn from social conducting times that don't work, the more you'll find one that do. Because just like everything I just said, socializing and talking to people is also learning from your mistakes. And you'll find people that will like you. You'll find people with some common interests. Also, like people who have different interests, because that doesn't, again, just like before, things that are different amongst you and others should be celebrated. Differences and what makes us unique is what should be celebrated. So don't think of it as networking. Think of it as communicating with others, because as soon as you start to do that, maybe you'll pop into the stream and they'll be like, oh, hey, Yomi, it's good to see you again. Hey, come on in. I was with Marrow Mages earlier today. Marrow Mage was like, hey, Yomi, good to see ya. I was like, wow, this person who I watched videos on before, because I learned Mix It Up from them, doesn't know who I am. That's not that I let that get to my head. It just genuinely feels like, oh, that's really cool to have somebody recognize, because I like them too. And you just kind of build, it's a bit of a charisma. It's not even a charisma stat. You can be the most, you could be someone who you think is boring. The only reason you are boring, or you think you are boring, is you haven't found something you're passionate about yet. That's right. Everybody has the ability to be interesting and the ability to find some charisma in them. Because I used to be so quiet, people used to think I was mute. When I was in school, my entire middle school time, I barely spoke more than 3 words. I kid you not. I hardly spoke because I was scared. Now you can't shut me up. But the thing is, you need to learn what you can passionately talk about. And you do it in stride, too. You don't just go to somebody and talk about your favorite anime for 1 hour. That's one-sided. It's boring. You can find people you can talk and converse with, that sort of thing. Find what works for you that you like, that you can be passionate about. And as you do, it'll help you evolve and become a better talker as well. And without passion, yes, you also need to know when to stop. Exactly. There is, and a good person that is going to get along with you might actually even say like, hey, lighten up a little bit, and that's fine. It's like, oh, thank you. Be receptive of people's criticisms. Just like how if I do a stream or you do something and people aren't liking it, it's like, oh, okay, I'm glad to learn that. Find what works for you. Don't copy everyone else. Climb your own mountain, not someone else's mountain. Look at those mountains as example, like a beautiful Bob Ross painting, but paint your own mountain, darn it. And if you feel your personality isn't great, like I'm saying, you need to find what really makes you enjoy things. It might take a while. You might find things you don't like. That's good. You learn. Treat everything as a chance to learn and grow of what helps the most. Take your skills, know what doesn't work, know what does work, and work through that. It's not about the expensive overlays. It's not about the amazing model. It's not about finding, Apple Ball. Hello, Apple. Thank you. And hello, Howard. Good to see you as well. My opinion on potassium is that it does drive me bananas. I love potassium. Thank you. I have a banana every day. I joke you not, a banana every day along with a bagel. But thank you, Apple. I say banana. Here comes an apple. Hello. But continuing on with that, it is really about finding what works for you, taking your time to do it. Because I didn't just jump. I'm gonna look at it this way. I'm gonna tip my own horn. I think I'm doing pretty decent. I'm gonna pat myself on that. If I had 5 viewers, I'd still think I'm doing pretty decent. I know already I have more than that. I don't let that get to my head. But I've realized it's working well for me, and that's because I started somewhere else first. I started on Twitter. In January, when I decided, Yomi, pull the trigger, let's do this, and got past the naysayers and said, I'm gonna try this out. I didn't just hit start stream, which you can. You can do that. It's a little harder and slower to do because Twitch is not a discoverable platform. If you start on Twitch and you have 0 viewers, you're at the bottom of a list, and it's a massive list. Unless you're in a very niche category, which the list is very small. I don't know, say I was playing Battle Realms, which is a game I like. There's probably gonna be like 4 people streaming that. So 4 people streaming, I have 0 viewers. Hey, I'm still at the top of the list. Haha, Jake. But if I'm doing Fortnite and it's my first time ever streaming, and there's 2,000 people streaming it, you're going to the bottom of the list, you're not gonna be discovered. You could have somebody, like a friend, give you a view, and suddenly that 1 is going to put you up above like half the list because a lot of people have 0, which again is fine if you're having fun. I'm not saying I'm not having fun, but if you're not having fun, if you are having fun with 0 viewers and you don't want to change that, go right ahead. Maybe someone's going to pop in, you'll make a good friend, and that's that. But Twitch is not a discoverable platform. So when I pulled the trigger and I knew I was going to start streaming, I started to set a date out, and I actually pushed the date. I originally thought I was going to start in late March. But after about a month on Twitter, when things were still nowhere near built where I liked it to be, I said, okay, maybe May is more realistic, which it definitely was. Set goals, set boundaries, learn what you gotta do, learn platforms, and throw as many hooks in that pond as you can. Because YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, all TikTok, Twitter, all those kind of things. Like, you're not just gonna be discovered on one. Ah! No! It's good that you're doing that, Sleeps. Oh gosh! I guess you have a lot of assistants in here. Dummy! But it's good to help people like that, absolutely. Because I started that way, but I started on Twitter, and by doing that, I was able to just reach out to people. Often, I reached out with other people that I was learning things from while watching them. Because I watched a lot of Twitch, I socialized with a lot of people on Twitter, I would talk to them, and I went into this with about 400 or 500 followers on Twitter. Maybe more, I can't remember. And I hate to use the word convert, because convert sounds like a dirty word. It's not a dirty word, but I was able to, convert people that I met on Twitter, who I genuinely appreciate, and I find a lot of them as friends, into viewers. And you as viewers are people who, and this is my unique thing, are people who I love and enjoy being around. And I'm not insulting others, but you look at HoloLive. I love HoloLive, by the way. I'm just using him as an example. When Gargara streams, she can't possibly love all 2 million plus people, we get it. That's realistic. Obviously, she needs her time. But me, I have a very small amount, and I know a lot of people here, but it's more than what a lot of people start with. So that final thing I could say is to interact and engage and find a lot of people you enjoy being around. Don't be a creep. Don't just go in the DMs, like I said. Just do that kind of thing. Snow! Yo! Boom. Snow. Perfect example. I've been in a lot of Snow's streams. I really like hanging out with Snow. We've actually talked on Discord a little bit. I never imagined I would have, but we actually talk to each other on Discord. And we love it. We've actually are forming a friendship. And because of that, Snow and I, we send each other's communities with each other. And now our communities are kind of becoming one bigger community. And it's fantastic. So that is kind of my last top of advice towards that, is to interact with as much people as you can doing that. And it really, really helps. Lib, another great example. Lib, thank you. Lib is somebody I met through Mini Molly. And Mini Molly is actually like genuinely an inspiration for me. I'll get on that later. I've been following Mini and going to a lot of his streams, and she is a bigger content creator. She's someone who's been doing in the game for a long while. She knows what she's doing. She's fantastic. You can tell she's learned very well. She had a collab with Lib. They're friends, and I loved what I saw. I was a little quiet that day because I was working, so I had to watch my phone. But after that, I was like, hey, let me go check out the fart bear. I'm kidding. I'll always call you fart bear. It's a joke. Let me go check out this lovely bear. And I realized, ooh, they are extremely inclusive. They actually really are much about, gay rights, trans rights, LGBTQ+, and all that public community. I love that. I was like, ooh, that's really cool. But she didn't make that her one thing. I say her, him, they, all of it. I'm just kind of, Freudian slip all over the place, which is great. I make, which intentions matter, by the way. Intentions matter. If someone calls me he, okay, he didn't mean it. I understand. Go right ahead. It's actually this, but go ahead. Which, by the way, /pronouns, /sex, /gender, it'll tell you if you need it. Not slash, exclamation. But, these people that I will find from others, I will genuinely engage with. And Lib or Snow, I'm not just like, ooh, I'm just going to use them and bounce off. It's like, no. Because people, someone who's been streaming a while, if you're doing that, if you're just going to use someone, they can smell that a mile away. They will know. I'm already catching on to that. If someone came to me and they were just like, hey, Yomi, let's be friends. Let's collab. I'm like, I don't even know you. I have no idea what your brand is. I have no idea who you are. That's a springboard. You are a hollow follow. You are just using me. You could smell that. You could smell that stuff. So that's it. You don't come for that. You genuinely try to engage with these people and genuinely try to make friends with them. And you know what? If it doesn't work, this is a big thing. People who are afraid of making friendships, if it doesn't work, what's the worst that happened? Oh, well, I tried. Move on. It's hard to do, yeah. But if you try to talk to somebody and it doesn't work out, you didn't make anything worse. If anything, you did something better. Because you realize, like, oh, I didn't spend 5 weeks in this community only to try to reach out to this person, and this person's actually not for me. Whoops. No, it's good that you kind of learn early where you were and don't, just find your zones. Hollow follow, yes, it's one of my terms I make up. I use hollow follow also for follow trades because, like, and I'm again not dissing this, but no, this is part of the question. This has been question 11, but we're going on for quite a while on question 11 here. It's just a very long question. Hollow follow is another one. If if I see someone who has 3,000 followers, but they're also following 3,000 people, a lot of those are follow trades. Those are people who are not actually going to go to your streams. So those are also hollow follows. If you do that, I'm not saying anything against you, but do know your Twitter following is going to be a lot higher than what your streams should ever be. So congratulations, Foxy. Oh, lovely. We are a 13 plus stream, so you are welcome to here, of course. We are actually very inclusive like that. So you are perfectly fine. That's actually part of what I like to do. And that's kind of the last bit of advice I can give is finding those. Oh, Foxy, thank you for joining us. That is lovely. Funny enough, we actually did Five Nights at Freddy's last week. But I'm going to wrap this question up because we've gone on for quite a while. But I think a lot of what I said is very important and it's worth taking to heart. Try new things. Use those failures to build yourself up. Hang out in communities on Twitch. Build a lot of places where you can put yourself out there and network, not just on Twitch because it's not discoverable. A lot of passive discoverability, because TikTok and YouTube, once it's out there, it's out there. People can go to it a year from now and it's fine. And finally, just use your failures to learn about, build up stuff before you start if you're thinking about starting, and don't let things like assets and numbers and money get in your way. By the way, bonus tip, followers and subscriber count means nothing. Okay, I said it a little abrasively. That is not, a lot of people think follower and sub count is your most important number. It is not. It is not. It is not. I'll say it a million times. It is not. Your most important number, unique chatters. Who found you? Who is new to your stream? Did you welcome them? Did you bring them in? Did you make them feel included in your community? The most important thing is your unique chatters, because that shows how discoverable you are, how much you're reaching out, and how much you are spread into different communities and people are engaging onto you. That, if you're ever caring about numbers, is actually one of your most important. So just want to keep that in mind for you. Thank you, Pixie. That being said, I really appreciate that, Pixie. Welcome aboard. Yomi is a very special, this is very special to me. All of this is. So, boom, boom, boom. I am going to say, we can finally wrap that question up. It was very, very important to me. I hope people were able to learn a lot from that. I'm gonna take a sip of water after that because I forgot to breathe for a bit. Breathe, Yomi, breathe. Next question. By the way, for new people, exclamation socials or exclamation command or anything like that, Discord, yeah, feel free to join us. Our Discord is in our growing pains. So feel free to be a part of the early phase of it. Help us fix things up. If you join the Discord early, like you are right now, it'll actually be very helpful. And it could really help us tweak things out, and we'll be taking your suggestions very seriously. So new people matter just as much as veterans and all that, so thank you. Aw, I'm having a lot of fun. That is okay, Dummy. You can always... I'm actually probably going to clip what I just talked about and put it up on this YouTube video. What's that? A perfect example. Take an important thing, put it up on YouTube. A passive way of reaching out to people. Oh, it's almost like I could use that as a lesson. Onwards to the next question. Speaking of Dummy. Hello, my lady. Tell me everything you know about space and want to learn about... Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable.
Wow. If you give me a moment.
Space. Gotta go to space. Lady. Lady.
Space.
Ooh,
Yes. So, know about space? Yeah, we know about space. I want to say about this. Space is not because of the altitude of Earth, but the Kármán line is about 100 kilometers above the continent. The temperature of the void space is actually negative 270.5 degrees Celsius. It's in a vacuum. No sound is hot because the molecules are far too apart to transmit sound. Space is a hard vacuum, and its void is constantly a very little matter. Speaking of the distance, the space between galaxies is not completely empty, but it has an average of about 1 atomic per cubic particle, and it's actually about 100 to 400 billion stars within our galaxy. That being the Milky Way just alone. The universe is also absorbed to be about 13.8 billion years old, and it's expanded since the very formation of the Big Bang. In the observable universe, there's about 2 trillion galaxies. Also, the other thing to worth noting is that space is also...
Sorry. Well then, I lost myself there for a moment, but space. Maybe you learned a thing or two. Space. Hello, Hazy. Space. Actually managed to understand and learn all that. Space. Space. Boo! Oh, everyone's coming. But space. There you go. Hopefully you learned a lesson. We went over about 13 facts in the matter of tick-tock, 48 seconds. Wow! Speedrun the words. What up, Hazy? What up, Jalen? So that's the most I could say with that one. Yeah. Our next question. Rate this dog or I will cry. Rate which dog? Which dog? I know who's that. This is from Aki. Which dog? Which dog are we talking about? Do you mean this dog? This dog? This dog? This beautiful dog? 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. No, 9 out of 10. No, Ricky? Ricky is a 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, look at this boy. That's an 11 out of 10. Who's a pet doggo? Quick, somebody use a head pat redeem on me. Use a head pat now. Do a head pat. Not that. Don't throw the head, Ricky. Head pat now. Head pat the doggo. Head pat the doggo. Our boy, Ricky. Head pat the doggo. Head pat the doggo. This is Ricky. Ricky is the best boy. Best boy. Ricky here is... I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. That is the best. I had to do that. So, Aki, this dog, Ricky. Check out Aki's streams, Orange is Borange, if you can. They're huge to me. And little shout out towards them. This is their doggo. Ricky has been heard and seen on stream before, so this is our doggo. Oh, listen. Well, yes. If you were to send something into space to represent yourself, what would you say? Whoa. Oh, that's a cool question. Ooh. Well, if I was to send something to space to represent myself, I would love to spread more knowledge. That's the most important thing. So, I would honestly want to send my videos. You know what? I would want to send a compilation of these videos and make some more. Particular ones that would be nice little sit-downs and educate anyone about our planet Earth, because by then, I will say that the message that is put in there, by the time it possibly reaches intelligent life, we might be extinct. Who knows? That's how light years work. So I would send a sort of call, if you will, which is actually not too different from the golden disc that's been put on the one spaceship we sent out back in the 70s, or was it the 50s? I forget. Oh, cool to know that. But I would want to send videos in relation to, well, educating about what. So in a way, it would kind of be something we already did. But that's the one. Yeah, it's the one, Sleeps. We've already did that. So I guess that's A. If it would be something a little more silly, that would be B. It'd be my hat. It'd be my hat, and inside of it, there'd be one of my assistants, because I have no idea why, but those assistants, they last forever. I've seen them explode and things. I've seen them go through everything. Those assistants, they could probably survive the pocket of space, right? Should we test it? We should test it. Who wants to go to space? So, that's a wonderful question. I'm glad you chimed in with that one. Speaking of them. Right. But Aki did send a follow-up saying that was a bit of a joke question. Aki's actual question for us. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Aki's actual question, though. Literally put actual question. What did you have in mind when designing your character? Did you go under some design philosophy or looking at a lot of references? Anything in particular that's screaming, this is me, or this needs a character? Which actually follows up quite well with another question that we had, which was, what is the inspiration for Yomi? Which does go back a bit to this again. So it is a loop around, because we did have this spoken about already as a redeem question of where she came from. And again, that was, well, there's the Helm-chan. So I mentioned the first time with this that it was Helm-chan that gave me the design. And the thing to keep in mind is Helm-chan. No! You just do that. You just do this like every. That's deserved. Fine. That's fine. No, that's fine. Yeah. So again, I'm gonna make this question a little quick because we did iterate this a bit as a redeem, but that's okay. Helm-chan knows me well. Helm-chan knows what I like. So they knew characters that I liked, and they knew the stuff on these characters that I liked. So this is literally aesthetically stuff that my best friend knew that these are my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. It was a compilation of it all. Did go through some growing pains and a few changes, but overall, after the tweaks, it's still very, very close in design. Oh, I'm backing up a bit. Oh, fun fact, I didn't have a tail in the beginning. No, don't overthink that. You can do that. Just be very careful. It's dangerous. But that is the long and story short. It was designed by a friend in 2017. I do want to remind you all, this was done before VTubing was a thing. Long before VTubing was a thing. So it's just worth noting that this was along for a while, and I did have people originally tell me, like not to use this character. I think I told you all before my little saying that Yomi was 2 clicks away from being deleted because some very bad crowds I was in. So the inspiration came from actually a friend knowing me well, but I've always been fond of education, science girls, alchemy, nerdy characters, glasses characters. I was like braids for some reason. I don't know. And all that. It was just literally that kind of stuff. I wish there was more of an answer to that, but the character behind it, the personality behind it, that came from the noticing of how we do need more education, how we do need more people to learn and understand things, and that I'm always someone who likes to. I'm a people pleaser, but not just to myself. Like I genuinely like to make people happy. I like to see people happy, and Yomi kind of is me, so that fell into that of, she's someone who likes to make people as happy as possible and show them, most importantly, thank you, that you can get through hardships. Because Yomi is a tiefling, and tieflings, in most settings, are a very discriminated against and hated group because they're half devil or half demon or half daemon, like basically, evil-blooded. So I want to show people also that you can be born with something, whether it be a disability, whether it be the color of your skin, whether it be where you're from, whether it be quirks you have, anything. And you could still be a good person. You should be a good person. Everyone should. So that's another big part of it, is to show people that no matter who you are, what you look like, and so much more, do good. You're worth doing good. You're worth it. So the tiefling spin was something that took a very lovely push forth on myself too. No crying. Yeah, that was another thing. I mean, there was a potion I had before that turned me into a goblin. So we did that. Oh no. The next question. Hold on. There we go. Apologize. Some of these are a little off now. While we're at it, what's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card? Split it into your favorite artwork and your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh time! It's time to do. It's Yu-Gi-Oh time! It's Yu-Gi time! Goblin Slayer, nice. So, yeah. I got three. One is a newcomer. A new challenger! Another husbando. The Celtic Guardian. I know they're not a very good card. I don't care. Look at him. Don't tell me you don't want him to just take his armor off and hold you against those abs. Look at him. The way he's been drawn too is like really just, yeah, it's just like a chiseled, awesome Link. I love him. It's really cool. I will say though, they're not on this list. I play Harpies and Witchcrafters a lot. They're definitely up there, but you know, I had to just kind of narrow it down and choose somebody. So there's that. The Down Nerd Magician, because I mean, look at me. Do I really need to explain the Down Nerd Magician? Do I? If I have to, get out of here. I'm kidding. Don't get out of here. And the last one is actually a brand new card that's not even in Master Duel yet. But they are called the Vanquished Soul Dr. Madlove. I mean, look at her. She's a quirky, fun, pink scientist. Yeah! It's big verses for like Vanquished Soul, but yeah, verses. I can't wait for it to come out, but I love... In fact, this bottom card kind of goes with a vibe that I like, which also goes to the cosplay question where I showed the Sisson Mage. I love a character who like looks like they have like a bit of evil or like quirkiness. Like the Sisson Mages, they're evil, but they're also cute. Or in this one, she looks like she's probably up to no good. She looks like she's probably like chaotic neutral or mildly chaotic evil, probably more neutral. Well, I just want to take them in and be like, hey, let me show you what it's like to be loved and be a good person and still be a bit of a gremlin, but like still, you know, let me fix, no, not fix you. That's a little weird. Not that could be seen in the wrong way. But let me show you what it means to be a good person. Keep your gremlin energy, keep being a little silly, but you know, I love that. I love that kind of thing. So I like Villain Girls a lot for that. Those are my favorite threes in artwork. Favorite effect? AKA the go out of my game and you. I don't think I need to explain this card too much. It works very well for wind creatures and the Harpy deck, which is what I play. Imagine if you have a card that has an effect, AKA almost every card you want to play and every monster card that you want to play, and I say for the whole turn, you can't use it. That's what this does. This makes my opponent not use any other effects for monsters this turn. It is brutal. It's what makes Harpies actually okay, because Harpies is not a good deck. I like non-meta stuff. Quirky, but she will cut you. Yes. 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 We'll cut you. Don't care. Gonna hug you tighter. I want to make the villain. I want to redeem villains. There you go. I want to redeem villains. Because I like goofy villains. I like villains who are not very good at being a villain. Yeah, Featherstorm. That is easily my favorite for effects. Very old card, too. Oh, this song. Next question. Which, I'm gonna try something really quick. If you don't mind, real fast. I am seeing for the Q&A, I'm gonna, like, change the size a little bit for everything. Because it's acting a little goofy right now. I don't know why. Hopefully that'll be a little better now. There we go. So what do we have here? Fountain of Knowledge. I haven't. Feel free to share if you, like, I don't know if you can share in the Discord. You have a science fact redeem. And, ooh, you're a scientist yourself. What does knowledge mean to you and what motivates you to spread it? Wow. Yeah, go ahead. That's perfect. That's what the Discord's there for. So this, well, I got an answer for that. When it comes to science, why that's my theme, why it's something I enjoy, which by the way, folks, you can still redeem for a sudden question if you like. That is a redeem. For me, the reason I follow up science facts and it's part of my theme isn't just because, oh, hey, I like science characters. No. Knowledge is ever expanding. And at times, it's our greatest gift. We live in a world, though, where misinformation is everywhere, and we have so much at our touch of our fingertips, but we actually aren't learning a lot from it because a lot of it's distractions we find. Time is a currency. So I want to use some of that time where people engage in to learn stuff, to be smarter. Because I still remember the first time I did something in science class that really captured me, and it's classic. It's the bicarbonates and anilic acid, baking soda and vinegar. Sorry, scientific terms. The baking soda volcano. Classic, I know. It's super basic, but doing it made me want to do more. I was like, whoa, I mix two things and this happens, this is amazing. And I want to see more reactions, understand more on how things worked. It gave me curiosity. I wanted to find people here as well that had that same curiosity. So, because obviously I expanded and learned a lot more after that, but it doesn't have to be a field of science. I just want instead for people to have a chance to discover, to have passion, to learn. And I know I want people to get something out of life. And to me, knowledge is one of the most powerful tools in our arsenal, especially when I know each and every one of you is so capable. So I really hope that we can give that a little bit of a push. Yeah, right? Calculus? Yomi, calculus. Cookieless. Calculus. I'm being silly. Yeah. Which, mathematics is a fun sort of thing as well. But, yeah, like in 7th grade science, you're right, is that we expanded on after, because obviously I'm talking about like elementary school science, but, or like 5th grade, 6th grade kind of stuff, whatever. But like genuinely, I got interested in more chemical reactions and more that could be done. Which I believe brings me on to the next question, which we had two. My favorite scientific subject and focus. Well, that's very... Okay, sometimes I make mistakes. The chemistry. Chemistry in particular, chemical engineering and environmental chemistry, if I wanted to be super specific, which is, to understand we're going to make things more proper and helpful chemical compounds, or to use what's naturally at our disposal to do so, because certain resources we have today might not be available down the line unless we are conservative of what we have naturally. So the whole smorgasbord, if you will, of all this is to expand on knowledge, to teach, and to give people these opportunities. Because, I guess to summarize it all up, in misinformation, it's all over. And I want people to find solid facts, to find things that make them resonate. And mistakes, you're right. Mistakes are very important to make. That's part of chemistry. That's part of science in itself. You have to form a hypothesis first, which is, and then you theorize, you hypothesize, and then you experiment. Experimentation isn't just wacky science throw at the wall. Experimentation is, here's my thought, here's my hypothesis, A plus B should make C happen. Let's do it. Nope, A plus B made X happen. I don't know why they have a third leg. Let's try something else. A plus C, A plus D. And it's fun. But more importantly, it's educational, and it teaches people to try things and not worry about failure, but to learn from failure. Kind of going back to earlier with my whole push about all of this. Nick, hello! We are doing Q&A. I'm good to have you here right now. Actually, your timing is very, very lovely. We're going through the Q&A right now. We were just asked about the science fact stuff, but we were just finishing on that, and that is the most important thing to me, is I want people to learn when they leave my streams. Whether it be one little thing, or hopefully today, where we went over advice on Twitch and more, to learn from it. I'm going to take a quick sippy. Give me just a second. Question number... whatever question. From Liberty! Who's your favorite Sonic character and why? Gotta go feast! Sonic the Hedgehog. No. Wow, that's a fun one. So, for starters, it's going very well. Very, very well. It's definitely been a lot of fun. I say been. We're going out. Which, by the way, for new people, if you have the pointos, you can still chime in with a question anytime. It's a little over 300, so that way we can't get brand new people spamming right away. You have to at least view for 10 minutes, but it will give a good push forth. Favorite Sonic character? Liberty, are you there? I know this is one you'll like. So, for starters, little thing, I love Sonic games. The older ones. I'm old! Not really, no, I'm not old. Please, don't call me that or I'll kick you in the butt. I'm 22, thank you. I like Sonic games, I like the Genesis ones. I love Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Some of the more recent actually, not that recent, but like 2010s to 2015s. No, 2006 to 2015. Didn't like those, but now Sonic's getting back on track. Anyway, I like a lot of the characters. But if I had to choose a favorite,
Yes, science.
we have a question right now. Well, you know what? Sonic, get out of here. You're smelly. No, I'm kidding. Why are you so... Now. Okay, thank you. Not cute, you're cute. Not adorable, you're adorable. I just can't adorkable! I'm adorkable. Dork. Yeah. I don't know why, thank you. I don't know why. I got the wiggles. Oh. Right. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. No. Alright, that's fine. Double checking real quick. Okay, it's working fine. No problem. Favorite Sonic character. So I will say, I like a lot of Sonic characters. Right off the bat, like Knuckles is a bro, and I do the typical ship with him and Rouge. I think Rouge was actually pretty well written too, because she was like not evil, but you know, a bit like that. That was just a really well written, like chaotic, neutral, self-centered. That was actually really well done, because at the end of the day, he turned into a good guy too. Tails, of course, I like Tails. You know, he's the genius that he is. He's kind of oddly written in some cases. I like when he's able to stand up for himself and isn't just always on Sonic's coattails. I like his independence when those times happen. Amy, they're doing a much better job with now. She's not so flanderized as just, Amy, what is your personality? Girl. It's like, no, actually like writing her pretty well these days. I forget her name, but there was an orange one that was shown in the not that recent cartoon, but I'm looking her up right now. Styx. Wait, her name is Styx? Is that right? Yeah, it's Styx. I like Styx a lot. Probably with I like Styx a fair bit. Probably because of the little hair braid things. But my favorite is actually a bit of a deeper cut. Tikal. So she appeared in the Adventure series. Fortunately, she wasn't just there. We've seen more and more of her. She did something for me. Not that way. Not that way. Not did something for me that way, you sussy weirdos. What I mean to say is she did something for me, which was, ooh, oh, didn't know that, Black. I guess I deserve that one. So, here's an archetype for you. The druid, the nature lover, the one who speaks with nature around them, the one who shuns away technology and lives in the forest. You know, that sort of archetype. I'm not saying I dislike it. You know, you're welcome to like it. But for me, it does nothing. It's kind of boring for me. Again, that is just a me thing. You are welcome to like that. Tikal did something different, though. She took that type, which is normally something I don't like, and she made it fun. She made me like an archetype of a character I normally don't like. And that is some serious writing power. When you can actually actively turn somebody around on something they don't like. Because Miss Elantra, please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. But welcome aboard. We're doing some Q&A today, which if you stick around and get enough points, you're welcome to ask a question as well. Thank you. I don't find it that entertaining. Swamp Thing's actually another one. I kind of like Swamp Thing doing the same thing because he brings it. Swamp Thing does the same thing Tikal did, which is taking that nature character and doing a fun spin on it. Swamp Thing was the wrath of nature, an individual who was cursed and in tune with the green and stuff like that. Like, that was awesome. Exactly. Normally, druids are written very flanderized, and they bore me. But Tikal was written in a very cool way, just like Swamp Thing. So, there's that. Also, she is cute. I love the echidnas. Knuckles, I did say, was one of my favorites. So, that's kind of where I can answer that one. Is she turned an archetype around for me. Her voice was really lovely too, and I liked her history. I liked the echidnas, and it was really cool that in Adventure Battle 2, you can actually play as her as one of the PvP characters. PvP, listen to me, multiplayer. So I love a lot of Sonic characters. But yeah, she's pretty much my favorite if I had to choose one, which I bet you no one saw that coming. I bet all of you were thinking, oh, it's probably going to be Tails or like one of the robots or something like that. No, this is different. They do. And so that's where that one falls. Ooh, jeepers. I guess we'll have another question. Because we still have about 10 more from what has been asked. Arsenic, you have a lovely night. Thank you for coming by. Also, Arsenic, it's awesome you came here because I mentioned Marrow Mage earlier, and I mentioned you earlier. So it's really cool that you came by here as we did. So thank you. I love you. Thank you. Also, Arsenic, if you do want to, there was a very big question about like growth and stuff like that. You maybe check the VOD on that later. I know that's something you'd be interested in. So yeah, it's like number 11 or something. Yeah, wowzers. So our next question. Ooh, hi Boo. This one's from Boo. This one's from my pumpkin. Oh, I need to call Boo. Boo, do you mind if I call you Pumpkin? Oh, I see you, Boo. Hellos. So this is a fun one. This is a very fun one. I'll tell you what, Marks. So you normally would have to do a redeem for that one, but I don't mind answering it super quick. I'm much more of a scientist. I'd say 80% science, 20% magic, because the alchemical formulas that I make do require a little bit of dose of magic in it, and I do have a specialty in ice. Ice and water is a very healing element association. So, oh no, you're fine. It's a very light question, so I don't mind answering that one. You're fine. I'm just happy to have you here. I'm the sort of streamer who will never be like, oh, you did something wrong. No, Fleether's like, oh, no, it's okay. Intentions matter. Not melting. Well, I mean, we do have the ice potions for that. Working on it. So first off, I'll do this in 2 parts. Favorite food. I want to make this right now. A everything bagel with a lovely fried egg. Bacon. Make that bacon like a turkey bacon, or like use when I make bacon, get a paper towel and like dab all the dab all the grease off. So like healthy bacon and cheese, but none of that plastic cheese crap. Get that out of here. Like actual lovely fine cheese that you have to like use in that real cheese. With either like lettuce or spinach or avocado. So little guy. Oh, suddenly everybody's here. I could like a burger. It's a burger. Welcome back, Blaster and Elbabu. Thank you for coming on in. I thought of it's funny because just talking about Sonic. I read your name Elbabu and I think of a sound a Chow makes when they go Elbabu. But yeah, this, and do it right, I'll get that egg and I'll lightly scramble it before making it into a fluffy piece, a little bit of milk. I'll when the egg's nearly done, I'll put the cheese on it so it starts melting before it hits the bagel. Again, I'll cut the cheese out proper. Very light bacon, turkey bacon properly, or that kind of stuff, and some fresh avocado. Yeah, this. Oh my gosh, this is my morning cup of sunshine. Oh, with coffee. I say cup with coffee or and tea and other stuff like that. Oh, you're fine, Akuma. We've been going through a lot. Boo, if I ever stop by your side of the abyss, I'll make it for you. I like to cook. In fact, next on the agenda for people to see in person is Helm-chan. That goes back to question 1 and question 2. These crisps in the bagel. Because vegetarians do enjoy certain tastes of meat. So, you know, it is good to try to, like, associate that taste. My favorite, the Impossible Burgers. Oh, this little says, Impossible Burgers, this is so cool. They will use peanut oil in the the soy patties. So when you're actually cooking the vegan patty, it creates a fake greasy bubbling effect. I mean, literally, it's like seeing the grease out of the burger. It's really good. I actually really like those kind of things. I don't eat mushrooms, actually. I find them to not do well for me. I'm not a full vegan, but I do understand, and I'm not gonna get into this too much, but you know, I do understand the greenhouse gases. I do understand that red meat is actually not good for you. That's right. Red meat and cheese is actually not that good for you. A little bit, yes, but it's not good to do every day, actually. In fact, there's a lot of studies finally tackling veganism and finding it to be generally, literally in every way, to be at least the same, if not in some ways better. But if you disagree, that's fine. There's some good research out there that's finally tackling things. My favorite are, I like that like tropical trail mix with like nuts, and we're not going on nut jokes, and cashews and like banana chips, and anyway, there's a part 2 to this. There's a part 2 to this. And did I hear nuts? No nuts, get away. No. Part 2. By the way, yeah, it says Boo Scary Ghost. This is Diabolical Boo's question, so. Part 2, very important to me. Very important to me. VTubers that inspired me. There's a lot to this. There's a lot to this. Because it's not just big names. There's some independent ones. So, the first one I want to say is Ollie. No, you can. I'm being silly. Ollie out of Hollow. I deserve that. I'm gonna take a sippy. Sippy. Actually, give me another secco if you don't mindo. I wanted to post just a little something. Sorry, give me just like 2 seconds here. Where are you on yet? Don't worry about it later. I'm gonna just post something on the side here for myself. Just something important I wanted to do. Okay, anyway. Exploding potion is something that nobody ever should be using. It doesn't exist. Honest, it's not a thing. It's not here at all. I'm serious, please don't throw it at me. Anyway, this is a special topic, if you don't mind.
Crabs.
No! No, not these bullets! I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you. Wow. Okay. No. I get it. All right, fine. It's fine. We're... Bye. Yep. It's fine. Why? Missiles. Fine. Okay, fine. I understand. Let's get cleaned up. It's time. Wait. No. I'm hiding. No. Okay. Oh, you're fine. It's meant to be silly. Bully me, please. I didn't say anything. Quite a bit, Arcade, but that is fine. What was the next? Oh, yeah, you're here. So, right. So, my favorite VTubers or not favorite, VTubers have inspired me. This is... Oh, it's a Fiamma hat! Yay! The first I want to tackle here, I say Paula. If I didn't want you to do it, it wouldn't be a redeem. I want to say Ollie of Hololive first. Ollie, I'm sure a few of you at least know, because you're watching a VTuber now, you probably know Hololive. Ollie, she has openly admitted her anxieties. She is an RPG lover. She actually encourages people to learn. That's right, I will never forget this moment, and this is when I realized Ollie is going to be my favorite. Is as cute and gremlin-like and fun as she is, there was a moment, yes, I love RPGs, there was a moment that there were people in her stream saying that they were skipping English class, because she's in Indonesia, so there's Indonesians in her chat. Her Indonesian chat, quite a few of them were saying they were skipping English class to watch her. And she blew a gasket. She broke character, she put her Hololive aside, and she said, stop watching me, start paying attention to class, start learning, because it's very important, where you need communication, we need to learn. And as soon as I saw that, she literally was saying, stop watching my streams, start, yeah, so a lot of people, I was like, oh my gosh, I've already loved her, but this was the equivalent of when like Warframe got rid of their gacha systems because they didn't want to make people gambling addicts. It was amazing. RPG means role-playing games. And what can letters? The letters I don't know. Not off the top of my head anyway. But when she did that, I gotta think of names, or Kahoot, or Kazoo. Kazoo! I wanna get a Kazoo, that's right, because I'm thinking Callie. Anyway, that's why Ollie is someone I really respect and appreciate. Ollie was, well, yeah, she was very transparent and very educational, and not afraid to put her persona aside to actually encourage herself. And she's very relatable in the fact that, like, when she hit 1 million, she was one of the few streamers that actually was, like, Hololive members that was genuinely crying. She was even saying she didn't deserve it. She was hard on herself. And she's always creating. She's always making things. And I really relate with that. I really relate with the fact that somebody could be doing their best out there, doing their absolute hardest, making so many things and working so hard, and still think to themselves, like, I don't even, imposter syndrome, I guess you could say. She still had those kind of moments. And it was just relatable to see someone in a full corporate be that relatable. So for me, Ollie is like my Oshi, if you will. Cameron. It's okay, Cameron. I mean, it's okay, Dummy. We're answering what VTubers inspired me. So one is Ollie. The next would be, and I just shouted that, we even had Ricky time, would be Orange is Orange, Aki. Aki, I've been able to speak with him a bit, like, more personally now. I'm in their streams, you know, I do the same thing. Yes, Marif, while I'm talking. I'm in their streams a lot, and they do address me and stuff, and we talk, but the thing about Aki, they're super creative, the redeems they do is amazing. They're incredibly driven all the time. They too, when they hit their 2.0 debut. That's fine. I'll guess later. I want to answer this question first, otherwise it'll be second forever. But feel free to leave the question. Yeah, Queen of Redeems. She's extremely creative. She's very genuine. I remember, that's fine, Missile. Thank you for being here. Whether you're here for 2 minutes, 2 hours, I appreciate you. Thank you for the the follow. I appreciate that. I hope to see you again, and maybe you can join our Discord too if you'd like. Thank you. See you around. Have a lovely day. Thanks for coming by to the lab. But Aki had their 2.0 debut recently, and they had a similar thing. They thought, oh, you know, I can't believe I'm here. I don't know if I deserved it. And one thing I noticed is that they were saying they're always trying to improve themselves. They realized how they felt a little too monotone at times, or they were too abrasive at times, which they are not to me. But the fact that like months ago they would look at that and think, I need to improve on this, self-reflection, that's huge. That's a good build of character. And so Aki is big on that. Go follow them. I'm in the Discord, you know, they're an awesome person. And the other three, Mini Molly, I mentioned, she was mentioned a little bit earlier. She's very true to herself. She's not, there will be, yeah, there's the Minnie. Minnie's extremely true to herself. And she was the first one to show me something, which is how much streaming can make you happy. I first found Minnie when she was doing her 2.0 debut as well. Well, Aki I discovered way before their 2.0 debut, but Minnie I discovered during her first stream in 2.0, so I caught her at a good time. And oh, that's fine, dummy. I let you all take. Oh, Blaster, thank you. Yeah, these are, well, here's the thing, dummy. You may not know that, but it's good to find more streamers as well. It's good to reach out like that. No, not the explicit portions. They're still experimental. But Minnie, she's very true to herself, and most importantly, when I found her, she was saying how much fun she was having, how happy it makes her, and she was very transparent about that. She was very transparent about her joy, and told me and others how much streaming changed her life and how happy it made her. And it made me realize that doing it could make me happy as well. And she's also just very sweet and humble. She works hard, she's out there doing the grind. And that sort of thing was just, it was very encouraging. And we talked via, I forgot about that. She's talked to me in DMs a couple times, very sweet. And that just, you know, the fact that she can be doing as great as she is and she doesn't feel like, oh, I'm too big to Discord you. It's like, no, she's not afraid to reach out to people who haven't even started streaming yet. And the last two, Gargura. I don't think I need to, I don't think I need to do an introduction for Gargura. Because she was my first deep engagement to VTubing. As she was for many people. Yes. So, you know, the first ever VTuber I ever saw was HoloLive Gen 1 Roboco. But she only speaks in Japanese, so I couldn't really, I still lurked. Still fun. But Gargura was the first reach out in the end. And, you know, first deep engagement, the first chance to really see the VTubing community. So without her, I really wouldn't have known much about VTubing at all. And Cabal, I've watched so many of their YouTube videos. Not their streams. I've been in a couple streams, but their YouTube videos. Their streams while I'm driving the broomstick, you know, they're very real. They're not afraid to say how it is. They're not afraid to be transparent, to show numbers, to give advice, to set people in the right direction, and still being a wacky, goofy, Joker laughing cultist-like character as well. I highly suggest to check their YouTube out. They have some videos that are like 10 or 9 months old. They're still so helpful on how to get into VTubing. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. He'd love if you called him that too. I think that's enough on that question though. Yeah, I think that's enough on that question. Which being said, I want to take another 5-minute break. Ow! The break time! Oh, well, fortunately, it's only a 5-minute break. Also, I realize this. I would always remember. Of course, Boo. It was a very special question. It's a very special question. You know what? I just realized there was a part. there's a part that I missed. Why VTubing? I kind of spoke out about it a lot already. I'm going to be very, very quick on this one and say that VTubing kind of saved me from being in a spiral of despair. I spoke about this a lot already, but VTubing was my final way of like really reaching out and trying something new, because I'm always making stuff. Always making stuff. I've made books, I've made RPGs, I've done tabletop games. None of them I ever put out there because I was too scared to. VTubing was the first one I was able to like really reach out and do and get into right away. Well, I mean, a couple months of research, but like, it was, I'm gonna write a book. 2 years later, now I can read this book. No, VTubing is, I want to do some VTubing. Okay, hit stream, do it. It was like when I did D&D, same thing. When I did tabletop, it's like, okay, I made a tabletop session. Okay, next week, let's do it. But you know, I want to make an RPG. Okay, have fun with that for 4 years before finally seeing something. I am very fast. I am very, very much of must create, must do thing, must create, must do this, must create. But when you do that and you can't show it for many months or many years, it's draining. But VTubing is something I was able to like, ooh, done, I can do this right away and see results for. And not results of, ooh, numbers. No, just like results of, hey, look, I did it. Wow. Oh, thank you, Kumo. It means a lot. So I just wanted to add that little last part is, you know, it was my chance of putting my creative energies out there in something I knew I'd be able to see myself doing and looking back on quicker. Not that I was looking for a shortcut, but because I've always liked VTubing. But yeah, that was a better way to say it. Right, I'm gonna pause a couple things here. So we're taking a 5-minute break. I'm gonna do this a bit less too. Not breaks. But I noticed when I talk about breaks, I'll actually talk about it for like 2 minutes and explain to everybody like, oh, we're gonna do this, and there's an ad and stuff. No, Yomi, cut to the cheese. Chase, cut to the chase. 5-minute break. Do what you gotta do. We'll run an ad while we do. Get some drinks, get some water, go use the potty, stuff like that. I'll see you all in 5 minutes. That's better. We're gonna be able to quick. And this is why I need that break. The police are after me. Bye-bye. And we're back. Meowdy. Oh, hey, quick question actually. I kind of realized I don't exactly have a an intro, if you will. Every time we start, I go like a hello or how are you or something. I should kind of think of like a proper intro. I was thinking, hello, my assistants. I hope you're ready to learn today or something like that. What do y'all think? Oh, thank you. I think it'd be very good to have a turn. Oh gosh, I guess. Hello there. Oh, a black cat summoning in my robo-husbando, I see. I mean, what? Wow, I like Grievous. Supplies. For these are the pirates of the cat. The pirates of the cat. Oh my gosh. Chaos, I love you. That was amazing. I'm not gonna pick favorites, but that is probably the best first-time chat message I've ever seen. I said message, I'll say it again. First-time chat message. That was the best first-time chat message I ever seen. I swear. I don't even know where the Bahamas are. I also don't really know how to count that high, but wow, that's super cheap. Okay. Oh, skeleton putting us into this bone zone. So, right. Boing. Oh, yeah. We were going to continue on with some of our questions. And, well, used to fly around a I'm not laughing. Okay, that was funny. That was actually really funny, I swear. Girly pop, that's such a bit. Yeah, fabulous. I will say, though, that sweatshirt is, so 2 weeks ago. You really did something about that. Anyway, we were going on with more questions, and looking at it, we still have, 7 or 8 more? No! Cat stories that are sad. Question! What's your favorite Digimon and what? Ooh. Oh. Well. I have 4. Oh, thank you. And with these 4, I also like some of their prior forms as well. So, do we have any Digimon fans in the chat? How many Digimon fans do we have here? Because I'm a big fan as well. But I will say, Gentleman is one of my favorites. This was my #1 boy for the longest time. Kabuterimon as well. You know, I love their form, a lot of their evolutions. So Tentamon is my OG boy. That's okay. But this is just a question we're going over. That's fair. I get it. There's definitely, I will say, Pokemon got a lot more love in America than Digimon did. Digimon is still running strong in America. It's just clearly, little. Okay, I like this saying, Pokemon sticks with the youth, while Digimon grew up with its fans. So Digimon does have a bit of an identity crisis right now, where it's a little harder to get accessible to still younger audience. Yeah. So. Oh, that's a lot of questions. We do have, if you want to have a genuine question here, you're more than welcome, Lost, to use. Thank you for joining along. I appreciate that. But you are welcome to use a redeem when you get a short amount of points to join in. With a actual, because right now there's a question we're asking the big ones. I will say it's with the sky though. It's mostly the blue light, if I remember, because you have white light. White light in the prism. So it's mostly to do with the colors that travel through. The blue is the shortest wavelength of colors, because colors travel in waves, and blue is the one that passes through in the most proper wavelength for us to see. So, short answer is wavelengths. So, I'll tackle number 1 for you on that, because that's one off the top of my head. And rainbows follow up. And in fact, we had a lot of rainbow answering because we had Pride Day, well, Pride Month, but my first stream was literally on words. I had a stream on the 1st of this month. It was a Hat in Time one. So we had all of our science questions based off rainbows. So, it's exactly. When it comes to Pride Month, it's not a month. It's a movement. Celebrate every day of who you are and be proud of it. So with the Digimon, Tentamon. Tentamon is my first one. The one that you see above Tentamon here is Minervamon. I love her. She's got her tongue out like a big old blep, little dorky. Little snake motif. Got the twin tails, a little bit like me actually. She's just very cute. She's very cute and derpy. She's small with big sword. Then we have Mummymon, who I love the way that Mummymon spoke in the English dub. He had such a lovely airy voice about him. He was just really cool. His human disguise was great too. And the other one here, Warudamon. Yeah, she is a little, I guess you could say kind of attractive. Her prior form too is a very cute blue skin short stack. But I'm not gonna go into that sort of form. She's also just a really good design. I just really like because it's got a witchy vibe and pink and the spikes and stuff like that. You're right, Appmon. Shush. Okay, fine. We'll just answer with Tentamon then. Ugh. I'm not afraid to say there are certain Digimon I'm genuinely attracted to as well. But like, yeah, these are just those are my 4. So there you go. Ow! She's fine. Ah! I think he's fine as well. That one, I think, just lost a wing. Ah! Why? What did I do? Is it because I briefly got a little lusty-eyed for one of them? Okay, I'll stop. Fine. Gosh. What's your favorite Pokemon and why? Wow, Digimon and Pokemon back to back. What do you know? They are kind of throwable. They only weigh 4 pounds, and they're very aerodynamic. They have very smooth heads. My favorite Pokemon. I'd love to... You know what? Before I answer that, what are yours? What's yours? What's yours? Tell me. Tell me. I'm curious. I am genuinely curious. Azumarill! Yay! I've been compared to a Azumarill. Reshiram. You don't see that one mentioned a lot. Roserade, nice. I see a ghost lover in here with a Gengar and the Mimikyu. I love Mimikyu, actually. Creme, yes! Gardevoir, for pure and wholesome reasons, I see. I will not judge. I literally was just a little lusty over an Appmon, Digimon, so that's a... Whimsicott! Yes! Let's go! With shiny Whimsicott. Magnemite. Fun fact, Pikachu actually has not been in every Pokemon game. Magnemite is one of the 3 that has. Artman! I said Digimon, I said Pokemon, but that's fine. That's really good. Sylveon, yes, a lot. Pretty much all of the evolutions are well. Yes, Prankster Whimsicott is strong meta, actually. It's just Spore. Just put him asleep. It's 100% effective. I had that in my things, yeah. Dummy, you're right, but I will never get over the fact that its ribbons are just weird flesh tentacles. It's weird. I don't say that in a bad way, though. But like, that's a good one as well. Giga Chad Magnemite. I love these answers. Oh, you're fine with Artman. You're fine. You can answer both. You can answer both. If you guys have a favorite Digimon, go ahead. Infinite Fusions, I want to try at some point. Oh, the Shrinking Potion's still working. Oh, no! Tyranitar! I love Tyranitar's baby form, too. It's so cute. Was it Larvitar, right? Larvitar. I love that one. So, these are great answers. And here's the thing. Don't let anybody ever say your answer's bad, because there's a Pokemon for everybody. There really is. So, I say, so you're allowed. That is the step on you Pokemon. Let's choose Sylvia. Oh my gosh. So my favorite. Well, who wants to spend one biddy? Because we have stickers. Literally the answer is there for one biddy in the sticker thing. I'm being silly, but that's only one though. Gardevoir is actually like a good Pokemon stat-wise too, yeah. But yeah, the stickers, one of them shows my favorite Pokemon right there. But I decided to choose 6 because I couldn't resist. So yeah, Banette is my number 1. Both forms. I love Shuppet as well. Oh, you're welcome. And you'll notice not all of them are like final forms. These are just the Bidoof. Bouncing spam Bidoof emotes. Bounce Bidoofs all over. Spam Bidoof emotes now, please. Oh, I need it. I need Bidoof emotes all over. Rain it on me, Zet. Go ahead. Rain Bidoofs. Yes! Bidoof Parade, thank you. So Banette's my favorite, which is funny because Gen 3 is one I hadn't gotten a chance to play right originally. I appreciate that. All right. Mick! New Pokemon Triangle. I mean, we had a nose pass, so. But that's my favorite. I love its lore. I love the idea that it was a doll left behind, and the fact that it could be a doll someone can find again and give some love, because it's not a bad. It's a ghost Pokemon that's not, you know, it's not evil. It's lonely. I don't know. I love the smile. I love its mischievous nature. It's the whole thing where I love a mischievous look, but it's not a bad thing. Same with Marini. Marini's got the chompers, and it's cute. And I immediately had to get it when I saw it. And hey, look at that! A Whimsicott. Ah. No, it doesn't. Have you not seen the episode where it was looking for? You're thinking. I mean, you're thinking of Drifloon. Drifloon is the one that actually. Okay. Every Pokemon has some that murders people. There are murderous Pikachus out there. They all will kill. Everyone was a child once. Everyone had somebody they knew that got killed by a Pokemon. There was a lovely episode a couple months ago about a Banette who was like abandoned and reunited itself with the child that abandoned it by accident, and it was a Nurse Joy, and then now was a Nurse Banette, and it was so cute. Yeah, they're all. Let's be honest. Let's be real honest here. Every Pokemon has a chance to be a real little shit if you're not careful. Frostlass, Ice and Ghost, literally my 2 favorite types combined, and I love the Yuki Ono lore. My Wild's one that I just want to hug. I just want to hug you, he's so cute. You'll notice a lot of these are small and huggable. Every Pokemon kills something, exactly. Hi, Screaming. Hey, how are you doing? We're going over some favorite Pokemon right now. Q&A. And Hatchram, because you'll notice this is the final form. I like all the 3 evolutions, but hey, kind of looks like me. And there's a lot of others. You know, I like Squirtle and Totodile, and like I could go over a bunch. I could genuinely go over a bunch more. Black. Oh no. Oh no. That's a very specific date, Screaming. I am gonna do another Fortnite stream soon. I don't know because I'll be making next week's schedule tomorrow, Friday. I might. Funny enough, that might actually be a day that works. Is there something going on that day, Screaming? If you don't mind me asking. Marini could art. Oh, interesting. Oh. I'll be honest, I'm hoping that they re-release the Street Fighter skins because I really want to get a Cammy skin for Fortnite. Because, Street Fighter 6 just came out, so that'll probably be in the shop. Marini could, if you're not careful. I mean, look what it did to James all the time. But they can be very loving. They can be very, very loving. So yeah, that's kind of my list for the Pokemons. And thank you all for telling me yours. By the way, a little CTA. Remember, check our socials, especially the Discord. And if you look at the point redeems, yeah, I do. If you pay the point redeems, you can ask a big long-term question like we're going into here for some points. Our next question. Oh, this is interesting. The difference between a demon, daemon, devil, and fiend.
Crab.
No, not crabs! I didn't say crabs! I said demons! No! Right. Should have seen that coming. Yeah, Mick, because its psychic powers can destroy everybody! Thank you. So, this is interesting, and just so you all know, because I'm a tiefling, I do have one of these in my blood. And that would be a daemon, the A-E-M-O-N. Time for a quick little foxy. Yes, it does to me. So, the easiest way to summarize this, devils, they're evil, but they're very much in order. Think tyranny, or cruel deals, or evil structures and rules and bargaining. Whereas demons, they're much more destructive, pure evil, unbounding and unrelenting. They want destruction, both physical and mental. They feed off of that kind of thing, and they still have their bases. They still have their places they stride and live, but they want destruction. Daemons, to me, are the worst. Which, well, again, I do have that in my blood. Aerodaemon, to be particular. And I do get haunted by the mother of my bloodline quite a bit. I have night terrors of her. But daemons are, to me, the most cruel. They don't even care for the abyss, or hell, or bargains, or torture. They simply exist like an unnatural force. They drink the life force of others. They spread decay. They simply want to end life. Not even for pleasure like a demon, but instead they're a force of nature. Think like the Four Horsemen. They exist to destroy, and that's it. That's the best way to explain those. I'm gonna move on. Very, very grim question, but not a bad one. Not a bad one. What do we have for our next? Why are you so? No, you're cute. No, you're cute. Why is everyone? What? Why? Why is everyone reporting me with this question? It's not. No. Stop it. No, you're. But I'm not. I'm not. You are. You all of you are. No, you are. Stop! No! I'm not. No, Boo's cute. There, fine. Boo, you're cute. See that? Boo, you're cute. You're cute. Not me. I'm not. No, Uno Reverse, you're cute. No, fine. You want an Uno Reverse? Fine. Bam! Uno Reverse. Done. What? See, I'm even taking my jacket off. Look how ugly I am. Stop it. Stop it. How can you call this cute? Stop it. Weirdos. I'm not cute. You're cute. You don't think I am? You really think I design? I guess. I guess I'll take a little bit of that. I'll take a little. Yeah, CW's right. I'm okay, I guess. I'm C+. I'll be a C+. C++ if you want to be programming. Yeah. Gosh. Stop it. Stop it. Cute, you're cute. Stop it. No! Aww. Okay, shrinking potion it is. I wasn't expecting that. Why? Okay, fine. That's fine. Okay, fine. Oh, and it plays my favorite song. Fun fact, this is my theme song. This is my theme song. It picks up. Give it a bit. I want to listen to this one with you all. Here we go. Let's turn it up. There we go. Oh. No, the song! No! That was intentional. That was great. Yeah, I love this song. It feels like hope in progress. Oh yeah, you guys! It's very hopeful. It's very progressive. It's very upbeat. I love this one. Zeke, I saw you this morning. Sorry I couldn't partake. I was trying to prepare all this in time. It was a lot. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down now. But yeah, this is one of my favorite songs. I'm glad this kicked in. I do have permission from the artist, from the creator as well. So that answers that question. No, you're cute. Gosh. I'm gonna take a sippy as we move on to the next question. Next question is, what do you prefer for a gearbox in a car? Manual or automatic? Gotta go fast. Yeah, that's me inside there. This was drawn by Hezi. Hezi, I don't know if you're still with us. It's fine if you are. Well, here they are as well. But yeah, Hezi does. I know how to do both. I prefer automatic just because I am. Well, I mean, the broomstick is automatic as is, but it's generally, I'm more for the cozy vibes. I drive speed limit, which, yeah, you could say that's how old people drive, but guess what? It's the speed limit, not speed suggestion. I'll drive in the slow lane. I'll drive, and there's a reason Yomi has been driving for as long as she has and never been in an accident. Boring, but then you look at my insurance. I should expect this. You say boring, I say very low insurance rates. But I do know how to drive stick, because, well, I may have been having a Class A license and drove a truck for a while, full 18-wheeler cross country. Maybe Yomi was a trucker for a short while. Maybe, maybe she knows how to float. Those sticks. Maybe she can do it without hitting the clutch. Maybe she knows a thing or two about that. Maybe. I have my experience in all of that. Indie Cross. Isn't that the one with Shovel Knight and like a bunch of indie characters like Cuphead and stuff? Because I haven't, but I should definitely get to checking that out. Yeah, I think I'll get around looking at that. Because I haven't, but familiar. Yeah, take a break! But yeah, a bit of a lighter question there, but generally, that's where we stand. What's on for our next question? Ding! Coffee or green tea? Oh, good one! Coffee or green tea? What about you all? Coffee or... Well, not green tea. I'm just gonna say coffee or tea. What about all of you? Coffee drinkers, tea drinkers, both? Makes jokes on how old I am because of Chrysler 5. Ah, hot. Ooh. I do treat myself to a hot chocolate once in a while. Yes. I might have to have one later today. Oh, that's a good idea. Hi, Silk. Green tea. Oh. I'm a little bit in between myself. Reminds me of the truck driving. So what? Okay. I will say that in my case, in my big case, when it comes to both of these, I actually do both. I'm glad this question's been asked as well. Really, Zeke? I'm actually quite impressed by that. I admit, I'm a very skilled driver. I'm not a skilled mechanic. I look at driving and mechanic work the same way I look at a police officer and a judge. They both work in law, but neither of them could do each other's job. I like that comparison. For me, I have coffee in the morning, very sweet. Sweet as love, smooth as silk, and tasty as... Get your head out of the gutter. And then usually a light cup of tea at night to help me relax. I very much like my hot drinks. I also like my frozen beverages. I'm a big milkshake glass. So there's always that. Polar... Ooh, gosh, yeah. I get that, Mick. I get that. Yes. That could be really rough. And you can get sick very easily that way, too. That's a problem. So, yeah, to answer, very sweet coffee in the morning. Maybe a second cup in the afternoon. And tea usually... Oh, gosh, right around now. I usually have tea, like, right around now. I'm not going to take the moment to make some. No, I'm with all of you. So I'm just drinking water, too. So I usually drink a lot of water as well. Especially because, yeah, it's also pretty polarizing here with the temperatures. Don't forget, if you want to, you can always redeem a question. What else do we have? Only a couple more questions, in fact. Oh my gosh, we've been here for 3 hours. We're only just now getting close to finishing. Ooh, Vindrash. I need to, so this goes with the networking thing too. I genuinely need to go stop by another one of Vindrash's streams. It's been a while. It's not just about, you know, reaching out and growing with others. It is about maintaining too. Ank! Dummy, you really like to throw yourself at me. Oh, really, Zed? I actually am not... Sweden somewhere I'm actually pretty curious about visiting too. So... Oh, just look at that Indie Cross thing. Oh, that's true, yeah. I mean, every one of you is an assistant, but I could see that too. You're right. Beverly the work desk. Ah! Oh, that's funny. That's very funny. So it's not based off a D&D character, but I did play as a D&D character with this. Look at that. So yeah, in fact, I'm gonna make this bigger. Why not? Let's take up the screen. Oh, that's almost too big. Oh no, hold on. Undo, loop, make big. That is going off the screen for some reason. Make it a little bigger. So it's probably a little blurred. This is a Pathfinder sheet. Because I prefer Pathfinder. It's a little blurry, that's fine. I also like to make my sheets very customized. I love to make artsy lookies for my sheets. Yeah, which you can see, this is because Pathfinder is based off 3.5, and I'm hugging my gear bar, yes. And I did get a chance to play, you know, Yomi in tabletop before. And give me a second, let me reboot the music. Here we go. Gonna make a bigger playlist as we go. There we are. It's an incredibly fun system. I am taking a break right now, and thankfully my players realize that I need this break so I can focus on this. Problem is, I'm kind of a forever DM. I'm a forever DM. I have a few friends, I have a few people who have tried DMing, and it's fine. I'm not mad, of course. You know, you wouldn't want people to do something that they don't want to do. Of course not. Yes, it's a chibi of me hugging it. I am a forever DM. I've been doing it for many, many years, and I like to do it. But the rare chance I do get to play as a player. Yeah, it can be really tough too. But yeah, so Yomi wasn't made for tabletop, but you know, this is what I got a chance to finally do her as. Unfortunately, there's a curse where whenever I try to use Yomi in a tabletop game, the DM is like either not good or they quit pretty soon. And I did reflect on myself. I was like, was it a me thing? And it genuinely was not. It was genuinely not. case in point, the DM who ran a game where I played as Yomi in, they later did another game, and the start of the game involved us all being like a part of a mass death, and our group betraying us, and one of the players hated us because they were part of like a village we crash landed on. It's like, well, you literally set the game up to be not fun. So, and I'm not saying that is the DM's fault, like they're still learning, but like that's the big thing for DMs is you got to think of fun scenarios, and trying to do amazing things you see in RPGs or video games. No, stop that right there. Make your own mountain, don't climb another, because RPG video games do not translate well into tabletop, period. Just because you saw a fun puzzle in a tabletop game doesn't mean it's going to work in a video game, doesn't mean it's going to work in tabletop. Extremely important to realize that. Two different styles. Exactly. I've seen it happen time and time again, and it'll never work. Period. You can bend it and make things close around, inspired by it, but keep in mind, it's not a video game. And stuff that'll take 10 minutes in a video game will take 2 hours in, tabletop RPG. So, it's just that question. I'd love to, if anyone ever is DMing and wants me to be a player in it, send me a DM. DM. Genuinely. I'm probably ready to jump into the DM scene again, or tabletop scene in the next month or so. Anglerfish, that's fine. You can think, demon! Dummy likes to throw them, I see. Yeah, welcome back again, man. See, okay, Zeke, that works. Scenario, that works. Doing a scenario based off it, yes. What I mean to say is, ooh, here is a puzzle where the players did ABC. I am going to literally do ABC in tabletop. No, that doesn't work. Because like I ran a game based off Tales of Berseria, and it worked. But that's not because I literally did Berseria back to back. I made it my own thing. It was inspired by it. So yeah, Zeke, that works out. Yeah, Grumpy, exactly. So would you like to DM me about you being a DM, where I could be a player as you are DMing? Because it's going to be a DM through Discord, and that DMing will also provide me to allow you to later be a DM. I can also DM for you, but I'm going to have to send you a DM about me DMing. But first, you do some DMing for me. Send me a DM. I love cats. I love animals in general. Cats, I have a firmer lenience to, mostly because I have an allergy to most dogs. I also have a slight fear of big dogs, but that's something else. Oh, I see, dummy. So I confused you, because confusing the confused is a confuser of the confuser, especially if one is already confused. And I try to equilibrize things by confusing you over the fact that you're already confused. But it's a very confusing statement to try to confuse somebody, especially because right now you're very confused about this very confusing statement. But the confusing statement is actually not all that confusing. If you take a moment to sort out your own confusion about the confusion that I'm trying to provide to you, which is confusing enough, but it's not really that confusing, because really at the end of the day, it's 1 a.m. and it's a very confusing time for us all. But the truth is, I'm not very confused. Are you confused? I could not resist. Believe it or not, that entire statement was perfectly logical. Did you know that? Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Which is another real statement. Zet, yes. Again, I do like it. No! Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Karma explosion. You're right, I deserve that, yeah. My problem is, I am allergic to most dogs. And I also had a very bad bite. This is kind of serious. I had a very bad bite from a dog. Where I had to get... Oh, a question! Oh, gosh. That scared me. Zeke! Zeke, no question, like wasting points. Zeke! Are you sure about that? That's a one-time redeem. That is a one-time redeem, my chief. Well, it's a one-time redeem for this stream, so yeah, that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have a couple more of those for anyone else who wants to do, again, your one-time chance to ask something very deep like that, yeah. But yeah, I like dogs. I like smaller dogs because I had a very big dog bite my finger off. I'm not going to get too gruesome here, so I will just say I had to get it surgically reattached. I have some pretty bad scars. It's my right pointer finger, and my right hand actually had a lot of damage because I had that, and I also had my pinky shattered into 7 pieces at one point, and it never healed right. So good thing I'm left-handed. But no, really, I still like dogs. I'm allergic to them. I gotta be very careful, and I am genuinely scared of pretty big dogs. So, you know, like the golden retriever size, or you know, the big. I am kind of scared of those ones. If a dog can jump up to me and its face can reach my face, no, you're welcome to have that. That is fine. I immediately want to say you are more than fine. I just not for me. I know they're good dogs, just I can't do it. That's all. But I like smaller dogs. I don't really have as much of an allergy to smaller dogs. Aw, dummy, that's cute. So, there's only a couple more questions left, so if you still have one you want to ask, bring it in soon. A pug that was named Pug. My friend had a pug. He named it Pooper. Anyway. Oh, that's that. The next question. Ooh. Your voice has been that way developed the time. So, a voice question. Ah, my voice. Okay. So, Ow. I should really be anticipating this when it comes to you, damn it. You're gonna make me a dummy when you keep him that much head trauma. Also, Grumpy, Huskies, I'm glad you mentioned Huskies. I almost forgot. Huskies are my one exception to big dogs. I had a Husky, well, my friend had a Husky, this was when I was very young, and said Husky, was very caring towards me. I swear, that dog knew I had autism before I did, because they helped out a lot of people with special needs, and I was just kind of funny, like, oh, they hang out with me a lot, why is that? And then, of course, 5 years later, Yomi realizes that she is autistic, so... See, Goblin! Not true. I mean, it wasn't boiling hot, like... Unless it was like 200 degrees centigrade, yeah. I'm not afraid to say it, anyway. And yeah, it's good to get checked out. I didn't get to learn it until much later because my parents didn't believe autism was even a thing. I made it clear before, I did not have a good parental upbringing, but that's for another day. Though I just realized going on my voice is probably also not going to be a very positive subject. Are you guys ready for a little bit of sad? It's a small sad. So, couple things. My voice. Yeah, well, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I will say I'm okay with talking about my upbringing a bit, but we're not here for that tonight. My voice. So I did make it clear, I do use voice mod to do a couple filters. It doesn't change my voice all that much. It's very, very slight and more so to clear things up. Because, like, it's really not that different. I've always been very self-conscious of my voice. I've always been thinking, well, you know, it's not very fitting for me, or people find it to be very high and awkward, or I talk too fast, or things like that. And I did say back in middle school especially, I was very quiet to the point where I had people ask me if I was mute, and it was very hard for the teachers. I did, for a couple teachers, speak to them outside of class. Aw, thank you, Art. I did speak to those teachers outside of class and told them, like, no, I can, every time I speak, bad things happen, you know, or I was, again, treated like that a lot. My parents also told me always, like, just don't talk, you know, we don't want to hear from you. Because I was not someone who was supposed to exist in their lives. And that's whole nother story. But as I got older, and I learned about tabletop, I think we talked about this when we were playing World of Horror, that tabletop really helped me realize that I can actually have a pretty good voice range, and I could try a lot of voices, and as tabletop RPGs, you act as a character, and I started acting a lot. And I was still very self-conscious about my voice. Again, those toxic friends that were around that made me nearly delete Yomi. I know I bring them up a lot, it's just that was a very pivotal point towards me, and that's kind of where I started turning around into VTubing. But they also shunned my voice, and thankfully, I have a lot of friends these days. Not a lot, but I have some very close friends who've helped assure me and let me realize that I not only have a good voice, but my voice has a lot of important things to say. And I looked over things like, well, as important as these things are to say, no, let me rephrase that. I looked over the fact that I should be less conscious about my voice and more conscious about what there is to say. And the fact that I had a lot of important things to say helped encourage me to just speak out anyway. Because forget about the people who say you shouldn't talk. Forget about the people who say your voice is grating or annoying or this or that. They don't care about you. They probably have insecurities of their own, and they're trying to bring you down. And it was that sort of reminder that it's good to just speak up for whatever important reason, especially if you're not comfortable about something. You know, don't put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and let yourself be heard. Let people hear why you're special. Let people hear what your voice has to say. And so what if it sounds weird? There's a lot of opportunities. There's so much you can do with your voice, and plenty of stuff you can still do without it too. I will say for your NZs, you know, when you say how people, it's hard to put things aside what people say, but it was really hard too. I was brought to the brink of some very dark times. I lost sleep. I got into some very bad headspaces. Very, very bad headspaces. I'm not going to talk about it here because this would genuinely, it's too hurtful. But I was very hurtful to myself. And the biggest advice I could say is that this is incredibly important advice, is to remember what people say or even what they think is just a word, or if you're even worried before they say anything, is just a figment of your imagination. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're worried about what people are thinking about you, you're literally worried about a thought. And what is a thought? Is nothing but an invisible, intangible thing. And when I started telling myself that I am in more control over, you know, here's the phrase. I am completely independent of the good or the bad opinions and words that people have about me. I will say that again, and I want you all to repeat this. I want you all to write this down. I want you to remember this, or do what I did. I wrote this on a piece of paper, I hung it on my wall, and I read this to myself every day because I was at the point where I did not want to exist anymore, which was, I am completely independent of the good or the bad opinions and words of others. Do not let what others tell you, what others have to say or think about you, dictate who you are. Be who you are, because nobody can be better at being you than you. And if somebody has something bad to say about it, they're probably more insecure themselves. They probably have hate in their heart that shouldn't be around at all. They are probably even more miserable than you are, and they're trying to bring you down. So you know what? If you have something to say, then gosh dang it, say it. What these people have to bring you down is just that. Words and thoughts that are just to bring you down and nothing more. There's no constructiveness about it. There's nothing good about it, because the only good thing about it is you existing, and let those people see that you exist. Let them see you soar and rise and be the best that you are. It's hard. It's very hard. But you have a voice. It needs to be heard. It'll take time. Words can be hurtful and they can leave scars on you, but every scar that's on your body is like a scar on a tree. That tree may have a carving on it when it was a sapling, and it's going to be there every dang year of its life, but as that tree gets bigger, that carving on that tree bark is going to look smaller and smaller. That sapling that had that massive, massive cut into it and that's still on its bark, it's now a giant tree, and that mark on it is tiny. You grow. You live forever with those experiences, but you grow. And they will seem smaller and smaller, and the more good experiences you have are what'll bring you forth. And because of that, because of those feelings, those thoughts, that was the voice that I started to bring forth. I've been there. I've suffered. I've been abused physically, mentally, sexually. I was almost homeless. I've been mistreated plenty. I've been through many of these situations. And just like I'm here to give my voice, I am also here to tell you now that your voice matters too. And if you haven't heard other people say that to you, then I'm here to say that to you. I'm here to say right now that your voice matters. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. You know what? And there's a thing right there. I apologize a lot. I'm not sorry for saying that, because I'm glad to have said it. I'm glad to be who I am. And I hope all of you can find that in yourselves as well. And, well, thank you for listening. I know our Q&A went on a little confidence speech, but very important. And I'll remind you one more time. You are completely independent. Good. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll roll at the end there. Which brings us to what looks to be between you and me. Oh. Fun fact, I actually am getting a very sweet message from somebody right now. And to that person, you matter. And I appreciate it. Well, since we're moving and a grooving, I hope those can be things to remember. And my last question, which I still feel is a pretty special one, is if I created a time machine, where would I travel to? Well, yeah, you know what? Things were getting too heavy, sure. I do love myself now. It took me many years to realize that. It took me many, many years to realize that. But a time machine, I want to have some fun with this. To go to Springboard. Welcome. Radio Demon, thank you very much. I don't know if you were here just now for our speech, but if you heard it, I hope it helped. To take our last question, because we're doing Q&A, and we are on our last question. If I created a time machine, where would I travel to? It'd be the past, not the future. I'd want to go to the past, because I don't want to see the future. I don't want to see the future because I know... Hey there, demon. Yes, another demon here. We're doing our Q&A. And our question, as you can see above here, if I had the ability to go through time, I would not go to the future, because if I went in the future, I know if I did, I would follow my impulse, and I'd want to check up on myself. And I'd want to see if I was still doing this. And to see if I was still happy doing it. And you know what? I don't want that answer. I don't want the answer on whether this is something I enjoy 5 years from now or 10 years from now. I don't want to just read that on a paper. Because if I knew if I didn't like it, I would just quit tomorrow. And I don't want to do that. If I went in the future and saw myself still doing it, well, what knowledge does that give me? I'm pretty sure I would continue regardless. And for some reason, if I wasn't, I would rather experience that failure myself. Because if I cheated and looked in the future and saw myself not doing this anymore, well, then I might as well just quit tomorrow. And then more people wouldn't be hearing what I'm doing. So, I want to learn from experience. I want to learn through my own two hands. I want to learn for failures. I want to get knocked down. I want to taste the mud and then get back up and realize, you know what? Okay, fine. I f***ed up. I couldn't do it. That's fine. I'll try again tomorrow, or I'm gonna try something else. And if I mess up there too, I'm gonna try again. If you just have the answers written for you because you could look into the future, then it's a dead end. Just like perfection. Perfection is a dead end. Because after perfection, what next? What do you do? It's like nirvana or pure happiness. No, you need some hardships, because then there's growth. And if you have no reason to grow, then what good is there in pushing yourself and finding drive? So no, I don't want to go to the future. Daniel, thank you! Oh, thank you for joining as well. But yeah, if I had the time machine, I wouldn't go to the future for those reasons, and instead, I'd want to go back a few years. I'd want to go back and stop myself from taking... This is a little petty. I'd want to go back and stop myself from taking in a certain person into my household and spreading my generosity to somebody who actually used me. That's the first thing. I'm not going to answer too much, but I did make the mistake of driving halfway across the country to help somebody out who I thought was a friend, bringing them into my household, and believed in them just by their word that they were going to find a job and grow and do this. No, they did not. They were, yeah. But the other more important thing is I'd want to go back to myself and say, and you know, tell myself that, hey, Yomi, you know those people 3 years ago who told you that you have a bad voice and you shouldn't stream and you should delete Yomi and all that? Them. Don't listen to them. Because I spent 3 years in a spiral over that. I spent 3 years letting them get to my head. I spent 3 years letting a few death threats and hate about who I was. And it wasn't like I did anything bad. It was just, people hating me for who I was. No scandals, nothing here. I was in a massive spiral for 3 years. And it finally got pulled out this January. But I wish I could go back those 3 years ago and give myself the strength I have now then. So I could have at least in those 3 years not have been as brought down as I could have been. I would have been friendlier, not friendly, I've always been friendly, but I would have been more to give to my friends. I would have had more strength. I would have had a lot more in those 3 years. So if I did, it would be that. And Bearbox, thank you. I'm glad that you managed to make it. We're on the final question right now. I say final question, but there are points. If anyone sticks around for a little while or has over 300, basically if you're new, you'll get it in about 10 or so minutes. But we do have, you have one-time big questions. Big questions. I'm more than happy to answer little ones without cost, but these big open-ended questions. Oh, Kumu, wow, that's a big one too. If only we could meet some of the elders who have passed on before, right? But we take that time machine, we'd move back, and we'd assure ourselves. We'd pick that kid up and give them a hug because they didn't get as much as they deserved. And I wish I could do that for all of you. I wish this time machine could also take me to different locations. And maybe I could bring some of that hope towards all of you as well. Because, well, yeah. Like I said, I don't want to use that time machine to go ahead. Wait, we have a question? Wait, we do? Oh, we have a big one! We have a big question! We have a big question! Okay, what do we have here? What is... Oh, I'm so happy you asked that one. Yeah, so, before I answer, I will say, that was our last Q&A question. This was the last question from the Twitter and the Discord. Which, by the way, for folks who are new here, we do have if you type exclamation socials or commands or any social media, exclamation of, all those things I said, you will have the links and find it. So, just letting that be known. Ooh, hiccup. My biggest dream. So, Doctor, you mean dream like, not sleepy dreams, but like aspirations and my dreams of what to go on for, that kind of thing. Of course there are, man. That was actually a very good one to ask. Biggest dream. So, Yomi is the result of all the character creation. Helm Chan did design Yomi, But obviously I brought life into her. And that'll happen for any character I find. I love to make characters. I love to share stories. I love to post these things. Like I said, I may be a forever DM, but I love these kind of things. Sure, I'll take that one too, Leon. And my dream would be to have a big enough platform, which maybe I'm finally achieving that soon, but to have a big enough platform where I can show all these things I created and let people have a chance to appreciate it and maybe get something more than just a character or story out of it. For example, Yomi here, we've gone through a lot of hardships. You guys seen the lore, you've seen all that. I don't just want people to be like, oh, cool lore, cool character. I want people to see, like, this character interests me because I can relate with these hardships, or I find so much about them to be something I can connect to. Because I'm not gonna lie, I have like over 100 characters. And my stories when I DM, I don't just do like, here's an adventure, here's a monster, here's a story. No, I make players cry in my tabletop games, legitimately. I make people find more about themselves in it. So I guess to summarize it, my dream would be to have more of a platform for my voice where I could spread stories, my creations, education, and most of all, a message of hope. A message to grow, and I'd love to have a day where I could just put myself on some big broadcast and tell 8 billion people that you matter. That there's a way for you to dig yourself out, that you should be out here. So maybe it's a little corny, but that's my big thing, is to have a big enough platform to spread positivity, creativity, and maybe some of my unique little creations as well. The line is Flatlands, by the way. I figured after what you had before, you can go somewhere a little easier. DM of the year, I make players cry. I have made some cry quite a bit. Piano, Silver. Oh my gosh, piano. The piano is my favorite instrument, and I do want to learn it. I do want to do some learning streams, which, by the way, I have a lot of things I want to do. I want to do ASMR, I want to learn language, I want to learn piano, I want to do those hand cam things. I know I haven't done them yet. Reminder, I haven't even been debuted for 3 weeks yet. It's May 15th. I need a good few months, maybe a little less. I'm hoping at the end of this month I can do my first ASMR or something like that. So I just want to remind that to folks as well. Ali, thank you. That means a lot. I won't let this get to my head, because I'm not going to downplay this. I have looked at my numbers a little bit. It's smart too. I mean, you guys heard my spiel on how to grow and stuff on Twitter. I have looked at my numbers. I have been told by people that I could make it. So I don't let it get to my head, but I let it encourage me. I let all of you encourage me, honestly. Because yeah, for having the stuff that I do this early in this, I think I could too. And you know what? I used to not take people's compliments. I used to think that people were just telling me these things to get somewhere, or they're just lying about it. But no, now I'm starting to realize there's a lot of truth to it. Oh, gosh. I guess a specific piano, not quite. I do own... I do own, actually, a digital keyboard. I just need to buy a new power outlet. I don't know what happened to the other. I think I got lost in the move. I had to do a lot of moving these last couple of years. But I would actually want to use that with a hand cam. And thankfully, I had a lovely donation on my throne of somebody getting me a... There we get a little teary now. I've had a lot of donations on my throne, and it's. I think you guys can see with stuff like literally a frying pan, like, oh gosh, yeah, or bed sheets, that, you know, these aren't just like, oh, haha, funny things. Like, no, I had bed sheets with holes in them, and old, like, bug grossness on them because one of our roommates got bed bugs, or my frying pan is like 7 or 6 years old. It's not very doesn't have a good stick to it. Like, these things on my throne, these things that have been getting, like, it is genuinely helping me live in a life that's gonna be better. Because I've always been impoverished. I've always been, you know, poor. So I'm not letting the success get to my head because I've been at the bottom. Back almost a year now. This was around June of last year. I had to move again because I had roommates that were very abusive. It was always 3v1, and I still remember the day when one of them said I should K myself in Minecraft, if you catch my drift, and much more, because I was just worried about them bringing in people into the house during COVID and stuff. You know, I was trying to just be smart and try to help the household, or I was the only one cleaning, and I'm not going to get into too much, but I remember those days, and back when I finally moved out of it, about 11 months ago, I didn't have anywhere to go. I was looking all over for a place to live, and I had to spend 2 weeks in an in-between hotel. I was homeless, technically. Fortunately, I had a little money on the side, because I was starting to save up whatever little I could, and I was eating very little food, and not very good food either. Just whatever I could. Trying to, you know, basic diets, whatever I could. But anyway, I guess what I'm saying is I've been at the bottom. So if I do grow and things do get in a good spot, it's definitely not going to be something to go to my head. Because when you've been through those kind of things, you can still relate to people no matter where you go. And well, things are getting slowly but surely a lot better because of all the support. It is a safe spot. It's, you know, I stay out of the drama. It's maybe I'm just lucky. Maybe I'm just being surprisingly careful. But I haven't had much hate. You know, I've gotten a few imposters. I've gotten a few scary DMs. But I haven't suffered at all doing this. And it's helped me develop thicker skin. It's helped me to meet lovely people like all of you. It's been an incredible journey. And we're only just beginning, so... I don't know. God, you guys are going to make me really cry here, aren't you? I actually am a little teary now as well. I do appreciate you all. I really do. And I hope my positive messages can be rather encouraging for all of you to find yourselves in even the worst situations, ways to get out of it. And most of all, to realize again, you all have voices. You all have things that about you that matter. And Akumi, you're right. There's no such thing as let me rephrase what I was about to say. It's good to cry. It's good to let your emotions out. And I do love all of you guys. I do love what's been going on. Yes, even you, Ghosty Boy. Even you are a bit of a jerk sometimes. I don't mean to end this stream on a little bit of a sadder note. No, this isn't sad. This is gentle hope, if you will. Silver. I do want to inspire people. I guess we can make this a pseudo question, but yeah, my number one goal as a VTuber is to inspire people. You know, just like I've said with all the questions, I want people to realize how important their voice is. I want people to realize that no matter how tough things are, there's always a place to search. Let these tough moments become moments of power that you can grow from. And most important of all, to realize how much you matter. Everybody here matters. For that, I thank you. And for that, we are going to end our stream. Thank you all for being here. And wait, we have one last.
Minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Who are you?
Who am I? We have one more. We have one more. We have one more. A favorite. Oh. Oh, no, you are fine. A favorite joke. Me? No, I'm kidding. I don't actually hear a lot of jokes now that I think about it. I don't. Oh my gosh, first question where I'm just like, nope. I don't think I do. I mean, there's a few, there are a few, like, science jokes I like, but those aren't really that, good, I guess? Oh my god. I am so sorry. I guess I got one, I guess. I've always liked this one. I don't know if you guys know with blood, you know, there's A or B or A, B, and O, but why is that drop of blood always smiling? Because it's B positive. That one's probably one of my favorites. Because it's a good way that I take something kind of like gross, like blood, and turn it into something. Ah, gosh. I like dad jokes. I like the really, really corny dad jokes. I love those kind of silly ones. Bonsai tree, yes, I love those. With that, we will end our last minute redeems. Sorry that I didn't have a very good one for that, Grumpy. I guess the only jokes I could think of are ones that I have, like I said, inside jokes with my friends. But hey, I guess I'm not good at stand-up on the fly. Oh well. That's true, you're right. Oh, Cameron. Cameron. I take my glasses off for a second, wipe my eyes. Sorry. Come on, Yomi. Oh no, am I broken? What happened? Hold on. What happened? Sorry about that. Reloaded to, fix things. Cameron, are you sure? You've done this several times. Oh, I miss. Oh, no. Thank you guys. You've all really made me realize how much of a difference I can make, and you guys are really, really helping me get there. I mean it when I say how much I cherish and love everybody that's here. And you know, to my close friends who I've known before coming in here, I do want to say I appreciate your patience. I know I haven't been able to talk to you guys as much as usual, but I'm so glad that you guys realize that I'm doing my best here to help a wide audience of people in Artman. You guys. Hi, Rip. It's lovely to hear from you as well. I love you too. I'd like people to see that anyone can do it. I hope all of you can see that now. I used to be a very scared child. Scared to speak, scared to reach out, scared to do anything. And now here we are, years later, growing and becoming a part of something. Part of something big, because you're all here, so. Thank you. Thank every single one of you. And I know the stream started out with a few technical difficulties. We have plans next week, of course. I'm gonna keep going because I'm not tired. I'm gonna. I do a lot for you guys, and you do so much back. And I don't say that like, oh, I do a lot for you all. No. I do this. I love doing this. I really love doing this. Oh my gosh, a hype train's close. I genuinely love doing this. When I was gonna go to bed last night, I thought to myself, how cool would it be if I took all the questions and made pictures for them? So I stayed up. And then after work, when I could have rested, I said, let me get those done. You know, because I like to do this. I like to give you guys as much as I can, and you show it back by giving me all as much as you all can. And do me a favor, all of you. Can I ask you all something really quick? It's it might actually, yeah. I have a question for you guys. No, a favor to ask everybody. Whether it be, you know, it's late, so tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want everybody here to just, for one moment, see somebody, which doesn't mean go outside. No, even on Discord. You know what? Yeah, as little as that. Tell somebody that they matter. Whether it's you're just walking the streets and you see a homeless person, or maybe it's just someone you haven't reached out to in a while. Maybe just a friend on Discord you've talked to a lot, and you guys just kind of chill and have a drink and just have another day. Like, let that person know. Talk to somebody. Do me that favor. Let's start a little movement here and send a message to somebody on Discord, across the street, or heck, you know what? I try to do it every day when I do a potion delivery and I go to a restaurant or so, or whenever you do something, just do me that little favor, guys. Just tell somebody they matter. That's all. I think if we can do that and make people feel better, and if we can all start doing that for each other, maybe we can start making a difference. Because I'm going to say now to all of you, as we end stream, you matter. With that, I want to say a goodnight. And I would like to find someone to raid. I understand if a lot of you are either emotional or a little unsure of some things right now, but I want to send us over somewhere where we can
2 seasoned beef patties and 3
find some positivity to continue. And I think I know somebody right now. Oops, that was the advertisement. Silly. I'm opening up streams. I'm looking at a couple of streams right now and who would be a good person to raid. And as I end this stream, we are going to find ourselves at Cheshire Hedgies. They're doing art streams. They're very energetic, but they're very loving. And I think she'd be a great place for us to go. So you know what? As I do send us over there, I got a very important raid message for you all. I want us to, I'll type it out, but it's going to say something like, Cheshire, you matter, or you're important. Something like that. Oh no, she's on a quick break. Let's wait. Let's wait till they're back. I think it'll be very important if I want to do it when they're actually they're BRB'd right now. So let's hold out for a few minutes. I said I'd be going for my next delivery. You're gonna go to the Flatlands. No, Artman. Okay, fine. We'll just do that instead. That's perfectly fine. Sure, okay. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, sure. I had to. Of course. Go ahead, dummy. Oh, it feels so weird when I call somebody. No! You guys! Okay! Okay. 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 I'm sorry. I'm just so emotional right now, and I'm looking for some other people just in case. I really want to raid somebody who would have an impact, and you know what? We could say it to 2 people, because my friend Sane is interviewing somebody right now. And how cool would it be if we get to spread a positive message to 2 people? Yeah, that's the better idea. Alright, guys. Alright. We're gonna go to Sane's instead. We'll visit Cheshire next time, that's a promise. If they're on when we finish the stream. So, get yourselves ready. And I'm gonna type a proper raid message for us all in just a minute, okay? So don't go anywhere while we go to our ending screen, okay? Don't go anywhere, promise. Promise of that. Thank you for everything. I love you guys.